cute. Yeah.
And then I go over to here and hit the start button. There we go. I believe that we are feeding out to the people of the internet and the world. Let me know out there, guys, if you're getting us loud and clear, if everything's coming through. We are, as I've said, and I'm trying to get the words to flow out of my mouth properly. We are going live on Player. Player. So that we can actually hold guns like this. You know, we can hold guns, and if I remember, oh, there you go. It's the thumb. It's the thumb on the on this one. This is a Mossberg. Okay, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's the thumb. There you go. That's how you.
Sounds good.
There you go. We're going live so we could hold shooters. What's Walter got here? Can't tell. Okay, there we go. He's got a what would Stoner do? KP-15, I think.
What would Walt do? Damn it.
What would Walt do? What would Walt do? Patrick has. Oh, look at that, Hudson. Showing off the Hudson. Yeah, yep. There you go. So some very you know what? Like we're on HGTV, eclectic guns tonight. Some eclectic guns. Lots of stuff to talk about here, but you're joining us live on Player because YouTube won't let us go live and simply do this. You know, so that's why we're on Player. If you're watching this on YouTube later, you want to join us live, you go over to Player, formerly known as Utreon.com/Who Moved My Freedom Podcast. That's how you find us. You're listening on audio. Big thanks to all the people around the world listening to the podcast. We love and appreciate you in all your forms.
They still own Utreon. If you go to Utreon.com, it'll still take you there.
Yeah, it's basically the same thing. No new ownership or anything like that. That's where you can find us. We did start a little bit early, which is very rare here, but these guys are like chomping at the bit to go. I'm going to hit the buttons and we're going to get this all popping up in here.
Welcome back to the Hank Strange Situation, Lifestyles of the Locked and Loaded.
We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like Franklin Armory. Franklin Armory provides 100% US-made firearms and awesome binary option triggers. Their focus and purpose is to provide freedom tools to all Americans, especially those in not-so-free states. So when you're in the market, please consider Franklin Armory. All right, so we are live, as I've said before. Hold on, I got a guest joining us here that I'm going to throw into the mix here with everyone so we can all do the jazz hands. Come on, let's get those jazz hands going. There you go. We are live. I hope you guys have your big girl panties on out there. This is episode 984 of the Who Moved My Freedom podcast. It's Free for All Monday. We're going to talk about guilty verdicts. That's why you can see my friend John Crump popped up in there. We're going to talk about Tucker Carlson being ousted and a whole bunch of other things that you
guys. It's
a
busy Monday.
It's busy, yeah. Lots of craziness going on in the world.
John Lemon too, but nobody cares about it.
Yeah.
Wait till you see what I got coming up this week.
Oh boy. So yeah.
Unless it's an acquittal.
And we're going to talk about this. Check this out, Crump. Oh, by the way, Crump, you know that Patrick had a baby, right? You know he had a baby.
Yes, I do. He had a baby. I've heard the baby crying in the background.
Yes, okay, they had a baby. And his wife. His wife had the baby, actually. But, you know, there's a thing, like, when Lola discovers something that everyone has already known, I call her Christopher Columbus. Patrick is discovering stuff we've all known because we've been fathers for a long time. He's new to the game. Here's one of the things he's discovering that we all agree on. That's a cute baby. I don't know.
He's so photogenic.
Despite the fact that Patrick is his papa.
He is the most photogenic baby. Freaking cute little thing. And the belly, that is all belly right there.
Yeah.
He's got to have a belly.
Oh, and he's got that noggin. Definitely has a James noggin. So there you go. All right. So we've got BabyFace P. Let me introduce everyone. We'll start with BabyFace P. He's joining us. He has a video on YouTube.
If you want to go see what I did to cut a Kevlar helmet, it's on YouTube and it should be on Utreon as well. Player as well.
Right, there you go. Yeah, we're also joined by Walter Keller, Safety Harbor Firearms. There you go. He's one arm down. He's a one-arm bandit, but he's still from Safety Harbor Fire. Well, I guess we should only say Safety Harbor Firearm. right now. He's joining us.
No plural on the arms.
Yes. And then I don't know what to say about Crumpy here. I'm trying to think. I couldn't think of anything evil in time.
Anything evil.
Oh, evil!
Wow. Evil.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You know what? Oh, you know what? Venture Brothers is there's a movie coming out in Venture Brothers, and there's a Venture Brothers movie coming out, and in my mind, John Crump looks like Billy Quizboy. Does anyone know Billy Quizboy from Venture Brothers? Anyone?
I don't know what Venture Brothers is.
You don't know?
Really?
Cartoon.
Oh, wow. Adult Swim.
Adult Swim, yeah, good stuff.
Yeah.
What character's name?
You look like Billy Quizboy. Here, I'm gonna. So all you guys go search it, Venture Brothers, Billy Quizboy, and we'll pop up an image, and then you can all tell me is that not John Crump?
No.
I have a freaking eye patch. I got it.
You put an eye patch on him.
Wow.
That's the most evil. Crap. That's the most evil thing I could think of. Except, you know what? I have to say, Crump, who I've hung out with, I've even slept with, under the same roof.
Uh-oh.
In the same room.
Okay.
Room.
Yeah. You know.
that was the name of the room, the Tuckahoe room.
Yeah, we slept in the Tuckahoe room. We can't say much more than that. He's actually taller than I expected, guys.
Bohemian Grove East.
Yeah, in person. I've met John a lot of times in person, but I always go, damn, you're taller.
Yeah, hey man, you guys crashed in our driveway.
Yes, we did. Yeah. So, okay, let's jump into it here because the guys are ready to go. You're here for a specific reason. I think you have a limited amount of time. Shout out to everyone out there. You guys have questions, ask them now. But one of the things, talking about the guilty verdict, right? You guys are ready to get into that. So CRS and the firearms and the auto key card guy. What the hell is that guy's name?
Justin Irvin. Christopher Justin Irvin.
Yeah, so they were found guilty. You want to take it from there, John?
Yeah, they were found guilty. Matt Larocque defended them, and they were found guilty on CRS got found guilty on 4 counts of transferring machine guns, 1 count of conspiracy. Justin Irvin was on a bunch of counts of transferring machine guns, 3 counts of owning a machine gun, and 1 count of conspiracy, and another count of structuring for a metal card with an etching that didn't even work.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Never worked.
Yeah. What, Walt? Did you have a question?
I heard in there one of them owned a machine gun, a physical machine gun.
No, it was a card with an etching.
Oh, that's not a machine gun. Yeah. So, anyways.
Yeah, my understanding. So the ATF is saying that from that thing I was reading, and this article is from the United States Attorney's Office, Middle District of Florida. I could pop that up there again, but John has been covering this pretty well. Federal jury convicts 2 men for conspiring to transfer unregistered machine gun conversion devices disguised as quote-unquote pen holders.
Yeah, the ATF used anything that converts a machine gun into a machine gun as a machine gun.
Yeah, and they claimed that it took them, 40 minutes or something to convert?
45 minutes to get it cut out, but here's the thing. They didn't get it to function like a lightning link would function. They jammed it in there and caused hammer follow. Which, if you saw the article I wrote recently, with the little sliver of metal that got fouled up in an AR, they determined
where did that AR come from? How did they find an AR that somebody had a sliver of metal in? Because, what's the story of that one?
This is the thing. The criminal examination letter. So we know they examined it. It was sent in. They examined it and determined crime
scene gun or something.
Yeah, but I don't think this one was a crime scene. From what I'm hearing, I don't want to say too much because I haven't verified this. But what I'm hearing, it came out of California, and they were like, "Oh, this is an assault weapon." Because they have that stupid assault weapon.
Was someone convicted? Was someone convicted of that?
That's what I want to know. Yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm hearing stuff, but I gotta verify it. But
Okay.
they definitely determined it to be a machine gun, and when they removed the metal piece, they're like, oh, the metal piece caused it to foul up, so therefore this is a machine gun.
So my
Well, they
understanding of this,
literally determined
right?
it looks like a fingernail clipping
Hmm.
metal that they determined that to be a machine gun when it fouled up the machine gun. And basically they did the same thing with the auto key card, where they stuffed it down in there and caused a malfunction.
Yeah. So
And
correct me if
here's
I'm
the
wrong
thing.
here. So that was a binary trigger, right? Actually,
Yeah,
from
the sliver metal, yeah.
yeah. So and Franklin, I think it's from Franklin Armory, who sponsors
Yeah,
the show here.
it was a BFS3.
Yeah. So we should make that all clear to everyone. They do sponsor the show, so obviously we have our things there. But there was some
Right?
kind of
It wasn't
manufacturing. There was some kind of manufacturing error, or just somewhere in the manufacturing process there was extra metal shavings in there, and
No,
that's what created a problem.
nobody has any idea. The metal shaving didn't come from the trigger or anything. The metal shaving somehow fell in
Okay.
there. It's just like a little piece of metal, like maybe
Okay.
broke off from the receiver. If I
Okay.
got a picture of it.
But so it wasn't deliberately done by whoever owned it.
No. Once they removed it, it worked fine. No, it wasn't. It wasn't a deliberate thing.
Okay,
No, it
so
was
the eight. Go ahead, Walt. Go ahead.
it was dirty.
Basically,
Yeah.
yeah.
Right,
It was
but
dirty.
the ATF thinks that's a machine gun, even though once they cleaned it up, it didn't function as such.
Yeah, once they took the metal sliver out, they're like, "Oh, it works as intended."
So my question would be the person who owned that gun. I'm assuming they installed that themselves, and this happened. Why didn't they clean it?
Looking at the gun, it looked pretty dirty. Like it hasn't been cleaned in a long time. It was pretty well used.
Okay. Okay. Just like this is just my advice for anyone out there. If for some reason this can happen, it's happened to me where a company sent us a firearm that was firing more than one shot at a time. I immediately notified that company and sent that thing back to them. Right? So that's what you don't want to hang out with that and go, "Oh, look at me. I accidentally have a machine gun," because you will get in trouble for that. I'm not saying that I think those people are wrong because I don't know what the deal is in all of that, but it's kind of messed up for the ATF to look at it and say, "Oh, if this was clean, this would go away," and then say that someone made,
No,
because you would
they
have
had
to
to
see
clean it.
something welded in
They just
there.
like turned it over, and the metal piece fell out. They're like, "Oh, that jammed it up." But
It's dirty.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So now we're getting off track. So the key card thing. Let's get back to that here.
so they were convicted. The judge ruled on the motion for acquittal today.
Mhm.
But that was it's basically they ruled on it's a ordinance motion, which is an oral asking for a motion of acquittal.
Mhm.
Or tennis like oral, you know.
Okay.
But the judge denied that, but she dismissed it without prejudice.
Okay. What does that
So
mean?
they can file a motion for dismissal through the normal, like
Procedures.
filing a brief, and then the government can file a brief in opposition to the motion for acquittal. Then the judge can take it from there. That's going to take a while though, because they said deadlines and everything else like that. Hopefully the attorneys are working on that.
So if we can just go back a second here and set it up for everyone. So that I'm sorry, I forgot the name of the guy from the auto key card thing. I know it's in here.
Justin Irvin,
Yeah, so
Christopher Irvin, and
Yeah.
there will be a GoFundMe set up for him
Mhm.
tonight. We got the one for CRS set up,
Okay.
but
So here I'll put that up.
Sorry.
Yeah. So Irvin was selling the auto key card, which is
Yeah, well, he said it was a political statement.
Mhm.
And here's the thing: he told the company when they're like, "Well, how thick do you want it?" He's like, "I don't care," you know. And they're like, "What do you want me? Do you want us to make it so you can just like tab it out and push it out?" And he's like, "No, I just wanted etching because I wanted to make a political statement, a First Amendment statement, and make political satire."
Okay. Okay, so basically in metal, what he was doing for the folks out there is putting this lightning connector, an etching of it, right? A political statement or art, somewhat you if you want to look at it like that, and he was selling it, right?
Yes.
And the ATF came and locked him up on that and said he was basically selling machine guns.
Yeah,
He's been locked up for a long time now.
Long
yeah,
time.
he's been locked up since 2021. Matt Hoover never actually transferred it. He just advertised for it.
Yeah, so that's where CRS comes in. Matt Hoover, he's a YouTuber. I think that Auto Keycard was sponsoring him, so he was trying to help raise money or something like that for.
Yeah, like kind of for conspiracy because he started a Gives and Go for him.
Okay. And in the process of that, he was helping to sell these things, so they connected him to the whole thing and said he was.
Well, they said the conspiracy was he set up a Gives and Go to get him out of jail so they can go back into business.
Okay.
But they also tried to like tie Matt Hoover to the actual company, and Matt Hoover never, wasn't actually tied to the actual company because it wasn't his company. All he did was advertise
for it. Okay, so now. And I'm just trying to set up everything for people out there who don't know. I know you have a lot of good stuff on this if people want to find it. So basically, what happened here is both of these guys got arrested. I think Hoover was out on bail, or he's been locked up all this time.
No, they released him on his own recognizance until now. Now he's been taken into custody with the U.S. Marshal Service.
Okay.
Because the district attorney, the U.S. attorney, said that she felt threatened by him, Laura Coffer Taylor, who also tried to come after me or whatever. But
okay. Okay, so now Irvin, he's been locked up all this time.
Irvin's been locked up, yes.
He's been locked up. Okay, so now, this case went through. What were the prosecutors saying here? And let's bear in mind, did they ever offer them any kind of like plea deal or anything like that?
I don't know what happened behind the scenes, but I'm sure something happened. I'm not really sure what happened behind the scenes. All I know is that Matt Hoover was like, I'm not taking anything, I'm innocent.
Right.
He actually checked with his local ATF office, and the local ATF office said, oh, you're good to go. And then the fat dude's like, oh, well, guess what? Probably not.
Okay, so I don't even know if we need to get into what the prosecutors are talking about, because I think on the face of it is kind of ridiculous, right? The charges being brought forward. What was the defense? This is what I want to know. Patrick and Walter, please jump in. I'm not trying to cut you guys off, but what was the defense here?
Well, they decided to go with the strategy of cross-examining the witnesses. And trying to poke holes in the prosecution's case.
Okay.
So it's not like they didn't call anyone or anything like that.
They didn't call any. The defense didn't call any witnesses of their own.
No, they went with strategy.
Listen, boys, they consulted with no less than 5 qualified defense attorneys to come up with this strategy. It says so on Twitter.
Okay, but the defense strategy. Now let's bear in mind here. So let's bear in mind, So first of all, Matt Hoover, CRS. I think we're all aware of who that is. I can't remember if I've had him on the show or not. I know I've spoken to him. So
you have.
Yes, I know him. I know him personally. And then their lawyer was Matthew Larossier, right, or his law firm.
Yeah, Larossier. Him and another guy named Zach Zermi.
Yeah. Okay. And we know Larossier. He's been here on the show as well. He's a friend of ours. But I don't know. You and I were talking, John, and you were telling me that they did. Yeah. Okay. He's not a friend of Patrick's, obviously.
I don't know him.
Yeah. Okay. You've never been on the show with him, right? I know Walter has.
Don't know him.
Yeah. So why did they go with the strategy of not bringing up any of their own witnesses. Let's say, for example, other people that have faced such charges that have gotten off, or even the local ATF office that said, hey, there's nothing wrong with this. In my personal opinion, they didn't do anything wrong. They didn't try to make machine guns or sell machine guns. So why did
I'm not privy to the conversations that took place behind the scenes.
Okay.
I mean, I guess their reasoning is they didn't want to give the prosecution any chance of going after their witnesses and damaging the case because I guess they thought that they were far enough ahead.
You should also remember, according to co-counsel, they are the greatest of all time. That also is on Twitter. They are the GOAT. That was posted on Twitter by the co-counsel. So remember that.
Patrick is very upset about this, and I'm not blaming him either. I understand why he is. I'm just trying to lay it out for folks who don't understand. Huh? What's that?
What was that?
Who wrote that?
Co-counsel.
The co-counsel.
Yeah. I don't remember his name. Eric or whatever.
Yeah, Patrick has followed this. Let's give credit. Yeah. Patrick has followed this. We all know Patrick is about this legal stuff. He's not a lawyer.
Yes. Oh God, no. I would never stoop to that level.
Right. So this was just their strategy. Their strategy was, we're not going to put up any witnesses. We're just going to cross-examine the witnesses that the ATF or the feds put up there, right?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't know the reasoning for their strategy. I think it might be that they don't want to, didn't want to give the prosecution a chance to make them look bad through the witnesses, and they thought they were ahead. But other than that, I mean, there's multiple different strategies to cases
I do
like
have
this.
to admit, listen, I will admit that I did not go to law school in Alabama and specialize in tax law. So I really can't speak.
Wow,
Patrick he's so salty right now.
I don't need to say a thing.
No, I think that they would have to.
Listen, Crump is first of all, Crump is a journalist. So
strategy was But
yeah,
I'm not.
Primitive Hunter is saying La Rossier is Fudbusters. We'll get into this more. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to be right back.
Yeah, let's not get...
Yeah. Walther Arms has been making concealed carry handguns for over 90 years, starting with the PPK. Today, Walther is based in the good old US of A and still builds quality firearms like the PPQ and PDP for personal defense and competition. So when you're in the market, please consider Walther Arms. We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like Walther Arms. Okay, so, all right. I am trying to keep this together here.
I had to sneeze real bad.
No, we've got Crump. We need to walk a fine line. Crump is, I mean, we've all talked about this before. Crump comes to this from a point of view of being a journalist. So, yeah, I'm not trying to put anything in any words in your mouth, John. Go ahead, Walt. What's up?
I have a question about the guest you had on today, John.
Okay.
He also doubles as a expert witness, correct?
Yes.
And he gets paid quite well for that. I understand.
Who was the guest?
Rick Vasquez. I can get him on yesterday.
Oh yeah, we'd love to have him.
Yeah,
listen. All I'm going to say is, if I had the potential,
now my question
of 100...
is,
go ahead. Sorry.
Do you think in today's mood at ATF, with all these, it's politicized, do you think his if he was an expert witness for me and he went in the courtroom, do you think they'd listen to him for 1 second?
The government or the jury?
Well, any of them. I mean,
I think the jury is the most important one in here.
The jury is.
And in this case, I think they would, because when they're like, "Well, what's your qualifications to know the testing procedure?" He can be like, "I wrote the testing procedure."
Yeah. The reason why I asked the questions and I did to the setup here is so that we can get into this, right? And what I'm curious about, and John and I were talking about this a little bit today, and I didn't really realize it, frankly, on my part. I am aware of what's going on, but I've got a bunch of things I've been juggling. But the idea that there was really no defense put forward here, it's kind of scary considering the time and everything these guys are going up against. And in my opinion, these guys did not do anything wrong. They're not gangsters. They're not criminals. They did not make machine guns.
Correct.
Okay? If the ATF took what these guys were selling and made it into a machine gun, the ATF did something wrong.
They made
these
a machine
guys,
gun,
yeah, these guys did not do anything wrong, and I'm on that point. Period. But what I'm wondering is like why this strategy, was employed of not bringing on witnesses like that so that the jury would know, because we're talking about really the jury is important here, but you need to explain to them that what these guys did is more art or political statement and not someone trying to make and sell manufacture machine guns.
Or First Amendment.
Like I said, I'm not really sure. I'm not really. I mean, that's going to be a question for Matt Larassier and Zach Zermi. I'm not sure what exactly their strategy was. I'm just not. I mean, I don't know if it's sound. I don't know if it's not sound.
This is a rare moment.
John, you were doing the correct thing in only going with what you know.
Yeah, John, I'm not trying to get.
For somebody who says they're a journalist, that is the proper thing to do.
There's a lot at stake here. There's a lot at stake.
I'm a dickhead on the internet. I'm a talking dickhead on the internet, so I get to say what I want, and that's just the way it is.
But when I was asking about the expert witness, though, what I mean is, when you bring somebody like that and like a technical thing, the government right now, the people in charge don't give two craps about what's technical and what's right. All they want is their policy pushed through.
I think that's true. I think that's true, Walter. But if it was you, wouldn't you want your lawyer to bring? Because you got to talk to a jury here. This is
you have to educate the jury.
Exactly.
Yes. 100%.
Why was this not done?
I don't know.
I mean, no, I'm not. No, it's a rhetorical question, John.
Yes.
This is what I'm trying to find out. Why wasn't the jury educated here on what's going on? And regardless, yes, the ATF is wrong for what they did here, right? The ATF, to me, is wrong for this. But why didn't if a defense, I would assume, would bring up someone like you're saying, this gentleman who actually wrote the manuals at the ATF, and have a lawyer explain to the jury, this guy wrote the manuals, and he doesn't think this is wrong. And then bring up other people who actually went through this whole process and explain to the jury that it's not wrong to do this. From what they're saying, it would be wrong to express this in any art form then.
Yeah. Putting it on a T-shirt.
Yeah.
Well, they said, they took them 45 minutes to cut out a lightning link out of the metal, but I can go down to the hardware store and get a piece of metal and cut out.
But also, some debris can make your gun into a machine gun.
And they couldn't even get it to work right.
Walter, yeah, go Walt, go up.
I have another question. Was that laser burned on? Was a laser used to mark those?
It was etched.
It was laser etched.
All right.
It was laser engraved, I believe.
Did one of the two defendants do that, or did somebody else do that?
Oh, someone else did that. That was the manufacturer.
So why wasn't? I don't want to put nobody in jail, but why wasn't the person who made them brought up?
Because they were offered immunity for their testimony.
They testified for the state.
They rolled over.
Yes.
They testified for the state, which I don't blame them. You are a business of a laser engraver. You're not looking to make a political statement. I don't blame.
They also could not be. Maybe it's possible they were not aware. But your ignorance of the law doesn't protect you from the law.
The director of manufacturing wanted to make it so you could just push them out, and Irvin said, "I don't want to do that because the point is not for people to push them out to use them." So he actually said that he didn't want that. He didn't want it easy.
Told them they didn't want the etching too deep.
Yeah, because we didn't want it easy.
Go, Walt.
There's an important lesson here. If you haven't figured it out already, don't do that kind of political statement stuff, because you'll politically sit and rot in jail. So
unless you're willing to suffer the consequences, 100%.
I'm just saying, if you want to be an artist and get some crayons.
It's like one of those things where the line's there. and the ATF, if you get close to the line, the ATF is gonna try to grab you and pull you and be like and try to move the line on you, kind of like an open bolt semi-automatic.
Yeah. So you know what? Yeah. Okay. It's funny that you say that.
Let's mention that. Yes.
It's funny you say that because we do have a video. If you guys want to look it up, if you go into Google and look up a open bolt semi-auto rifle, you're going to see the video that we did with Walter and Matthew LaRossiere talking about this.
Mr. Strange, what did I text you when you sent me that clip?
Send it to me immediately.
No. Oh. My reply to that clip was, "Fuck that! I would never mess with that."
Yeah. Well, but in there, Matt says the same thing. He was like, "If this is the line, you don't want to be right up next to the line. You want to be way over here." But but any lawyer's job. I'm not trying to, and I'm telling you guys, my intention is not to attack LaRossiere here or anything like that, because we need to bear in mind, yes, these guys, one of them is facing 100 plus years, the other one's facing 45 years. That's terrible, and that's, to me, a stronger thing to have to face. But also, the lawyers here probably fucked up. I'm going to say it that way. And that's a terrible thing. That's not John saying that, that's me saying it. I'm pretty sure I can say that's Patrick saying it, but but that's also
You can see Patrick saying that too.
Yeah, I mean, but that could have repercussions for them.
Obvious,
right? But that could have repercussions for them though, for their careers.
I don't care. They're not spending 110 years in prison.
No, you're right.
They're not in a cage.
In that conversation, that's when in the conversation that came out of that, I said that, like, hey, first of all, you're not gonna defend someone for free. And yeah, we got to realize this. Someone can be out there trying to make a political statement, and wind up in jail, which is what's happening right now. And no lawyer's going to jail with them. So when you make your choices as a lawyer, you don't want to think about yourself. Okay, you want to think about your client. So now let me ask you this, John. Did anyone else offer to defend these guys?
Yes.
Okay. Can we talk about that or no?
Did the people who...
Did GOA...
I'm going to throw some more shade.
GOA offered $10,000 of the down payment with another lawyer that have done a lot of federal trials. And they got him to agree to cap it at $50,000, which seems like a lot for a federal trial. That's
okay.
That's not much.
That's nothing for federal. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but the lawyer said he was capping it, so therefore he was not going to go over a certain number, right?
Yeah. If 50,000 was going to be the hard number, then no. What capping it means is that's whatever goes above 50,000 that we're going to write off.
Yeah. So and they had a different strategy, right? I'm assuming they had a different strategy other than the one of we're not going to call any witnesses.
I don't know what their strategy
Okay.
would have been.
I think it's safe to say they had a different strategy. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, Matt. I don't think they would. I think it was to the point where they didn't inform a strategy yet. I know they had ideas.
Okay.
Matt Hoover decided to go a different direction, and that was his right. That's his right as a defendant to go.
Is his right as an American citizen. Yep.
Whatever direction you think is going to get you the win, that's the direction.
Yeah, I'm not trying. Look, if you want to put blame on anyone here, you have to put blame on the people first, right? So if you decide you're going to make a political statement, realize we're living in America where you can easily catch an indictment over we're not living in America from even 20 years ago. We're living in America today. They don't like what you say. You could catch an indictment. What you say, you can catch an indictment off of that. So that's you making that decision. Go ahead, Walt.
If you scare the female prosecutor, you go to jail.
Immediately, instead of getting to go home until you're sentenced.
Well, you saw my video today, right? When I talked about the prosecutor, I did a direct message to her because she tried to bring it up to the judge, and the judge was like, the First Amendment, I'm not even talking about anything, so don't make a motion. And
so you were direct messaging the prosecutor? Why?
No, I put an open letter to her.
Huh?
I put an open letter to her because I called her evil, and she thought that was going to cause people on the internet to go after her or something. I don't know.
So what did your open letter say? Give us the gist of it.
It said that I pray for her. I wish her no harm. But I'm sticking by the fact that she's evil and she's trying to put people in jail for the rest of their life.
There's lots of bad people in this world. How did these two people become bad people? What did they do that makes them bad people?
Thing, right? They decided that it's too much work to go collect the auto key cards, so they're not going to go collect them.
Well, okay,
so it's clearly not that dangerous.
First of all, what are they going to do to people if they go collect these auto key cards? No one is breaking the law by having it.
Like, oh, if you have them, just throw them away.
Well, they are now. Remember, the ATF is now saying that you are breaking the law, and they have case law on their side that you are breaking the law by owning it.
Okay.
They now have. See, that's why this case was so important. Is because they now have jurisprudence on their side saying, yeah, well, we won our case, so clearly it's a machine gun. So if you have one in your possession, you're in possession of a machine gun.
So you're saying if people bought these things, they shouldn't go on YouTube and start flashing them, hoping to get some YouTube fame?
No. Yeah. That would be a very bad idea.
Yeah.
Why would you?
It's also bad. It's also bad to be under indictment and point your finger at the gov either. So
I don't
understand. And I think that was done by multiple parties involved in this case.
I would, if I was under indictment for anything, I'm shutting the F up and nobody's hearing from me for a long time.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what I mean. I don't know, man.
So for sure we could say that CRS was kind of like, yeah, screw you, government.
Yo,
come
man,
get
I'm
me.
gonna get
if you know.
You
but that does not mean he should be convicted.
No, not at all. That's not it.
But common sense is don't poke a bear.
Any lawyer.
I don't know what his attorneys told him.
Any lawyer worth their salt is going to tell you to shut the F up. It's shut the fuck up Friday, and you're not going to talk about this case until
flip that hat around forward, wear some long sleeves over the tattoos, and stay your mouth shut.
Yes.
Okay, listen. Here's the thing. If you go out there and you because I think I saw a video that someone made a video showing him many times over saying, okay, if you don't want to get tracked by the government, then go to your local library, download this thing, fill this out, send us cash money order. Okay, now here's the thing though. Yeah, none of that is illegal. That's all being a badass. Now, if you're a badass and you wind up facing charges that the federal government decides to prosecute you, if you just Google that, you'll find out that they have a 95% success rate. So now you're going up with a 5% chance of winning. You want to throw everything you have at your defense. Let's take it away from them. Any one of us gets in trouble, we want to throw everything we have at it, right? I would assume.
Dollar I can afford, and any amount that I can take out against my house or car is going to pay for my defense. Yeah. It's 110, because once you win, you can go after damages. You need to win. The chances, so that 95% is a big number. Now, the chances of winning on appeal is even slimmer. Appeals don't happen that often.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. What are the chances here, John? Go ahead.
They're not into the appeal stage. The first stage is going to be that, hopefully, like I said, I didn't talk to the lawyers, but I am, I cannot fathom them not filing a motion for acquittal.
Yeah.
Like a brief motion for acquittal.
Again, what are the odds that the judge is going to jump in and say, I don't agree with this? That's bad for a judge's career.
It's not the odds aren't that great, but the fact that she dismissed it without prejudice.
Okay, that's at least something, yeah.
Well, she might be looking at this and going, "Damn it, why didn't these people fight?" I'm just making that up. I don't know anything about this. I haven't spoken to anyone involved in this. I think, John, you be closer in communication, but obviously you can't tell us things. I don't know that that on the legal side, have those guys spoken about this publicly?
I don't know a lot of their legal theories, so I don't.
Yeah. What on Twitter, Patrick? Did you see what their theories were here, or
they wouldn't talk about it? Yeah, it's one of the things he said is. For obvious reasons, I won't go into detail over our defense theory.
Okay, but they are getting lots of heat right now from people, right? So the dudes in the gun world, it seems like dudes in the gun world are mad.
Well, they're mad that I think a lot of them assumed that they were going to call call up defense witnesses, maybe like Dan O'Kelly or something.
Yeah,
one, just one.
Dude, I'll call 100 if there's 100
I would
witnesses.
call yes. I don't care what their hourly rate
is.
The
The jury needs to know within the shadow of a doubt that yes, what these guys might have done might be not advisable, blah blah blah, but was not illegal. It was not illegal. So if in the first place it wasn't illegal, there cannot be a conspiracy behind something that was not illegal to be done, right? And the jury, that has to be made plain to the jury that this thing that was done here in the first place was not illegal. How else would you do that? Because the prosecutors aren't going to say, oh, it wasn't illegal. The prosecutors aren't going to go, well, here, this is, they're contending that it was illegal. Right? That's what the ATF is up to. Well, so someone has to counter that. That's just logic. I don't know.
Here's the thing. They're contending that it doesn't even have to be a machine gun. That if they just thought that it was a machine gun,
the ATF works off of intent. They work off of intent, which to me should be so difficult to prove. Intent should be so difficult that you could put one little thing in the way and harp on shadow of a doubt. That's.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, listen, there's nothing... Okay, here's what I want to know from John. I don't know how much time he has left. What's the future here? What can these guys do? How can this be...
the motion for acquittal, that's the next step. Then there's some other motions that can be filed. But then they got to go for appeal. There is a sentencing on July 31st. They're going to be in custody until then at least.
Okay.
So they're in...
So they're in a federal prison here in Florida?
They're probably still in local. I don't want to give out too much information where they are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. And so right now there's a give send go that you have for Matthew Hoover, right?
Yes.
And then you said you're going to set one up.
Will be starting later on.
Yeah. And are they going with the same lawyer? Sorry, Patrick. Yeah.
No, you're fine.
Yeah. Are they going with the same lawyers here? Is there going to be any change? That you don't know anything.
They might be discussing that, but I'm not really sure.
Okay.
What they're going to do. I don't know who's going to. Mm-hmm. I can't see the current attorneys going off totally. Maybe they'll bring someone else in.
Okay.
To be their seat, but
yeah.
I don't know.
Flying Rich says thought crime. Flying Rich says thought crime equals intent. We're coming up on a hard break here. Let's take the break, and then I think John has to go, but we'll wrap it up. Let's take this break. We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like High Point Firearms and Full Forge Gear, bags and gear for everyday life. Did you know High Point is an American family-owned and operated company located in Ohio with over 30 years of manufacturing experience? High Point is proud to be the home of the working man's gun and your source for affordable handguns and carbines with a lifetime warranty. So when you're in the market, please consider High Point.
I'd love to go.
All right, so
that's no secret.
Yeah, Patrick. We're live. So Patrick, you got a question or comment?
Did I?
I thought you did.
No, I don't remember what it was other than potential of being in. I am. I don't know if I act like a badass on the internet, but I'm not. I don't tell anybody to try to push the bounds of the ATF. Oh. That's not worth your time.
No.
I would. That's why if you watch any of the stuff that I show, MP5, any of that, I show you how you do it legally, semi-automatically. You don't F around with that. It's not. Maybe it's worth it for you. It's not worth it for me. Yeah. I have a family.
I think on Twitter sometimes you act like a badass. Let's say that. You always act like a know-it-all.
When
we all do.
He's going to be live on YouTube, and I know damn well he's not going to be live on YouTube.
People make mistakes, okay? I accidentally, first of all, I copied and pasted from the last time.
I was wondering if you've just been copy and pasting forever.
Yeah, but you know what? Yeah, man, it's true. I would recommend to folks out there, man, don't get in this situation in the first place if you could avoid it. Like, I know some people, if you want to be a hero and all that, consider this. Do you have a young wife and children that may suffer if you have to go away for a long time? And
also,
here's...
remember, even if you win, the government considers the process as the punishment. 100%. They know, the state knows that the process is so painful that it can be used as the punishment even if you get acquitted of the crime. 100%.
Yeah. You know what? At this point, I hope that... I really think this is wrong, and I hope these guys' lives can somehow be rescued from the jaws of the abyss. In my opinion, it's sad to see that. The
evil prosecutor, yes, I did call you evil in case you're watching this, because I do believe that you're evil.
She's evil. Working for this...
It's amazing to think that for years we've had evidence about freaking Hunter Biden, and dude hasn't caught one scratch.
Pedophile Island.
They also said that they're not that the Justice Department is not allowed to investigate who the big guy is.
In Pedophile Island or Hunter Biden?
No, like he said 10% has to go to the big guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, they can't.
The Biden family is a crime family. I said it. I don't give whatever. They're a crime family.
From investigating who the big guy is.
You can be proud if you were locking up cocaine smugglers or the big kingpin that was
sex
selling
slavers,
drugs
or
If you were trying cases of real hardened people, you could put out a press release and be proud of the work you're doing. You're locking two dudes away for potentially the rest of their lives for something that you have to know wasn't a crime. It's art on a card. It's not.
It's not even.
But there's a bigger picture of what they want, of what the ATF wants to do here, and I think we already said it. They want to claim anything as a machine gun. They want to claim anything as a machine gun. Yeah. They want to go, oh, you know what? That's a machine gun. Machine gun. Yeah. If a piece of plastic could be made to do this, machine gun. Accessory, machine gun. This thing, a machine gun. That's their whole intent here of what they're moving towards. And I understand why these guys are trying to get up there and push back against that. I just think that if you do that, you take everything seriously. I don't know what their thought process was. I don't know them that well. I don't know what happened here with the defense. But if you wind up in this situation, you fight for your life to not get convicted of doing this. And that's, I think, the moral of the story here. Don't do it in the... It's like Rittenhouse, right? If that was my son... Rittenhouse, sorry. Rittenhouse, excuse me. I know you had him on.
Boomhauer.
Yeah, I mixed two things up.
I know Kyle. He's a nice kid.
Yeah. No, I think he's a nice kid too. He's a very great kid,
Hank
right?
Not his son out there doing that though.
No, if my kid was going to do that, I would say hell no, you're not. I personally avoid those kinds of situations. Now, if my kid went there and he had to fight for his life, and he fought like this kid did and survived, I'm going to be nothing but happy. And I don't think that Rittenhouse did anything wrong at all, and he was not convicted. But look at the guy in Texas, right, who a protester pointed an AK at him, and he got found guilty. Now his only way out is if the governor pardons him or something.
I will say, in Crump, if you got to leave, you got to leave. But I will say I followed that from the moment it happened, because it popped up on 4chan immediately. Videos of everything. That dude did nothing wrong. The guy in the car did absolutely nothing wrong. The other guy had
you can't point an AK at someone.
He had an AK at high ready, almost in the guy's window.
So I think it's.
But again,
I think maybe.
You're dealing with a jury
so in that trial process, I think they found some evidence that the guy said, "Hey, I'll shoot one of these protesters or whatever," and so maybe they made some kind of thing there. But this is a weird thing. You should be able to say what you want to say, and it shouldn't connect to a real life situation that you get into where you clearly have to defend yourself. Yeah. So. Yeah, it sucks all the way around. I hope these guys can find a way out of it. That's what I hope for. It sucks all the way around. That's what I could say. Right?
Yeah, well, we'll keep on fighting, and we're gonna keep on supporting Matt's family and try to get them through this as much as possible. And any help that you guys can get out there, would be
Yep.
freaking fantastic.
Yes, we'll put it out there. I don't know if anyone put that link in the chat yet, but I'll work on putting the
Just
link that you sent.
givesandgo.com/givesandgo/free-CRS.
Okay, there you go. All right, listen,
And
John.
we'll
I know
do
you.
one for Justin too, but
Okay.
just not set up. We just got permission. That, we wanted to. His dad wanted to be extra careful, but but yeah, we're gonna set one up for Justin as well, and we're gonna try to raise money for both of these guys because they're gonna need all the money and all the help that they can get.
Okay, so yeah, it's a gift. Give the URL for that again.
Yeah, givesandgo.com/free-CRS. I see Flying Rich, my cohort, the guy that you palmed off on me. You said, go hang out with this guy now. He's yours.
Yeah, well, because he's too crazy to hang with us all the time. See, we're trying to mitigate us getting in trouble, so we figured we'll share the crazy with you. But yeah, thanks to Rich for doing that.
Flying Rich has put it out there. Flying Rich has been. I just want to do a shout out really quick for Flying Rich. Flying Rich and his wife, when Matt was convicted, they jumped in their car and they drove up to Jacksonville to be with Erica, Matt's wife.
Matt's family, yeah.
Matt's family. Rich even babysat Matt's kid while his wife took Erica out.
Yeah.
Good for
It's
them.
a tough thing, man. There's real life consequences out here. And I think that's what we all need to think about and remember. We're just some people on YouTube talking about some shit that, doesn't directly affect our lives, but there are real people directly affected by this.
I'm sure I'm sure I'm monitored, 100% monitored.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
Could you imagine your poor FBI agent that has to wake up every morning and go, God damn it, this shit.
Just make sure you pass gas right in front of. Oh, there we go.
the meme of the rat is just like another day in hell.
Yeah, but I don't do anything illegal. I don't even drink or do anything.
That's as funny as
Yeah, don't fall for any of the traps out there, people. And the idea of falling into bravado and acting all badass and all that.
Oh yeah.
This is public. Everything we say can and will be held against us. Although this is all comedy, and this is all
and
for
it never
entertainment.
goes away. None of it goes away. It's never gone.
No.
Yeah.
So make sure you can live with it. It really does suck. John, I don't know if there's anything else, but thanks to you, man, for all the work that you're doing. Yeah, that's a tough one. It's a tough one.
Yep. Remember, guys, just be careful. Gun brokers are honeypot.
It quite literally is.
Yeah. Stay away from all of this kind of bullshit. Stay away from fuel filters, switches, all of that. Don't even buy a T-shirt.
Let me just tell you something. On Gun Broker, they had a demilled a Glock 18. You know how they demilled it? They cut the lower receiver in 3 parts and left the slide intact.
Yeah, that's
the part that you're supposed to.
Who honeypotted that? What 3-letter agency put that on the road?
I don't know, but I saw that. I was like,
there's a T, an F, and an A in there.
Yeah,
I guarantee you that.
Here's a demilled, and it was like full, complete, untouched slide with the demilled lower.
No, thank you.
Yeah. Remember,
nice
we're the bad guys now. We're living in a world where because you're a Catholic, you are a potential terrorist to the state.
I'm a Catholic.
Yep.
This is the world that we're living in. Go for it, Walt.
Yep.
No, I'm just saying, me too.
Yeah, I mean, we so because we're gun guys, because simple things like, oh, you believe in the Second Amendment, what's the words, Patrick? That you remember they were the words the FBI had out there, like if these guys talk like this, if they what was it? If they say based
and Chad and Stacy.
Based is a racist term for.
Yeah. Yeah. If you're flying that Gadsden flag, all of that makes you
Can't do this. Remember, this
enemy.
This is
Yeah.
an evil Nazi salute. When you say
Yeah.
that's A-OK, it's A-OK.
That was what 4chan did. That 4chan was like, "Hey, let's try to make something so simple. Let's see if they
actually in Germany. This means you want to get on. So
in Germany, really?
Yeah, you get OK thing. Yeah, you want to. Yeah.
No, I've never heard.
Dude.
Yeah. So this
we were at a German exchange student's house, and he was, and these guys, and well, this guy and this girl wanted to hook up, and he was like, no, freak Zimmer downstairs, and he was like this, freak Zimmer downstairs. I don't know if you guys know that, okay, it's fuck room. That's what I mean. Zimmer.
Okay.
Freak Zimmer downstairs.
Oh my God. All right. So anyway, on that note, no, you're good. On that note, we just all need to be aware that we are the enemy now because we're the people that aren't going for the okey doke or the bullshit that they're putting out there. So you need to be careful.
That's got to be racist too somehow or another. Okey doke.
Oh, I don't know.
All right.
I'm the only one here who's exempt from racism. All right, we're out. We'll see you, John.
We're not out. John's out.
Yeah, we're not out. We're here. But John's out.
Check me out at John Crump News and John Crump Live for all the latest 2A news that your heart can desire. Check me out at ammoland.com. Also, if you don't give the CRS, you love the ATF and you want to have double box babies.
Right. Okay, and everyone go look up and find out who is your Venture Brothers character. What Venture Brothers character are you? Everyone go look that up. Okay, bye. I can't believe
Venture
John
Brothers.
he'd never heard of the Venture Brothers.
It's like Johnny Quest. It's a knockoff of Johnny Quest.
Basically, but Cartoon Network owns the right to Johnny Quest as well. That's
probably,
why. Yeah, they do. No, they do. Because
I
in the
grew up
that's why
watching
Venture
Johnny
Brothers
Quest,
was made.
so.
Yeah, me too. Huh?
That's why they made Venture Brothers, is because Johnny Quest was taken.
Yeah, but they also own the rights, and they had the some of the Johnny Quest characters were in Venture Brothers.
Similar ones, yes.
No, the same exact ones. Like, remember, wasn't Ace one of the characters in Johnny Quest? Remember the bodyguard? What was it? Was it his name, Ace?
No. You're talking about the blonde bodyguard that was.
No. I'm telling you that. Okay, let me look up Johnny Quest. Right.
Okay.
The Johnny Quest Ace
was Race Bannon.
Yeah.
Race Bannon was the blonde guy. Yeah.
Okay, Race Bannon was in
Mike Pence. Look at a picture of Race Bannon and tell me that's not Mike Pence.
No way.
I understand exactly what you're saying, but I'm telling you, Venture Brothers had Race Bannon in there, the actual Race Bannon character, because Cartoon Networks owned the rights to it. So they had him. Look, here's a scene from it. I'll pop it up right here. Here's a scene of him right there.
Like an old Race Bannon.
Yeah.
Race Bannon.
Yeah, but they couldn't get sued. They own the rights to Johnny Quest as well. So
Okay.
So they were able to. I think that's a cool show. There's a lot of stuff I like about that show.
Just discovered this show or something?
No, I've looked at this show for a long time.
Oh, because you're on it for some reason.
No, because because there's a movie coming out.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, there's a movie coming out on Cartoon Network soon. So I'm all about cartoons.
Space Ghost Coast to Coast. No,
Coast to Coast.
Coast to Coast. What was your favorite cartoon growing up as a kid?
Me?
Scooby-Doo. Okay, Scooby-Doo.
The originals from.
I grew up with Scooby-Doo when it was fresh on TV, that kind of thing. That's how ancient I am. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, me too.
It's funny though, but they have those originals to me have never aged. They're the best Scooby-Doos ever made.
They're the best ones. Yeah.
Late '60s or whatever. Ooh.
Yeah, there's some deep stuff in there too. I like Scooby-Doo. I liked the Flintstones as well. The Flintstones was cool.
We
just watched them.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have cable here. Mm-hmm. We choose not to have cable. And when we were down in South Florida staying with Marley's dad, he had the TV on with like History Channel or something. Mm-hmm. And oh my God, the baby was sitting on Marley's knee, just staring at the TV because 3 months old, lights and sounds and colors. Yeah. He was infatuated. And I told Marley, I was like, I'm gonna have to go and download or buy all of the old like Hanna-Barbera, Scooby-Doo.
Combat. You got to get the old Combat. That's Vic. It's not animated. It's an actual World War II
I've
black
never
and
heard
white.
of it.
You ever seen Combat?
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
So
You want to hear what I've been hooked on? Hank,
What?
you might know this. Well, okay, you might too.
Okay.
90s, early 90s British show thing called Sharp about the it's Sean Bean as a military rifleman in the during the Napoleonic Wars.
Was that a
Really good? Really,
no, I don't
really
think
good.
I've seen it either. I like Sean
It's
Bean.
corny as hell.
Is he a goofball in it, or is he?
He is like the strong, heroic, goes to the front and fights the French and always.
Sean
comes out
Bean
on
could have been
top.
a James Bond back in the day. You guys know that?
You know what's funny is the last episode I saw, he killed off Daniel Craig. So Daniel Craig was the bad guy, and he ended up killing him off in the episode. And I was like, son of a bitch.
Okay, Sean Bean was in a James Bond movie. Did you know that?
He was in Live. No One Lives Forever.
No, he was in one of them with what's his name? My favorite. What's my?
Guy.
Yeah.
Have you looked at
Damn
him
it.
lately?
I forgot his name. The guy that was one of my favorite James Bonds after Sean Connery.
Goldeneye. He was in Goldeneye.
Yeah, he was in Goldeneye.
That's not Pierce Bronson, but the other guy.
Pierce Brosnan was Goldeneye. Yeah.
Brosnan.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
it was
Pierce.
Brosnan.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Pierce Brosnan.
Pierce
Yeah.
Brosnan.
Did Pierce Brosnan get messed up or something? I thought he was.
No. He's all of the '90s actors are aging and they look.
Oh.
I only think of them as the movies from the '90s, and then you see them now, and they're going on 30 years.
No,
it's
dudes
like,
are old.
man, they've gotten old.
Look at Schwarzenegger. He an old fuck now.
God, he is an old man. Yeah.
Yeah. look at Stallone. Oh my goodness. I've seen all these videos. People keep putting out videos of Stallone walking. That he's walking like, oh, he's a freaking old man.
He is. He's an old man.
He's an old man. How do you expect an old man who's like done some of his own stunts and all that to walk around?
Oh.
Probably broken bones. And
Yeah,
shit.
broken up.
Oh, speaking of that, we don't want to get too deep in this actor thing because it's kind of
Right.
boring.
No. We got stuff we're going to talk about. Yes.
The dude that got ran over by a snow tractor.
Ooh, he got effed up.
Yeah,
I
that's
saw-
yeah.
It was right on top of my tongue. We saw
Renner.
I saw a thing about that. Jeremy Renner.
Mm-hmm.
About that and what happened. He's lucky he only got ran over by the outside of the track.
Mm-hmm.
If he'd have been run over by the middle of the track, he would have been pancaked.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was crazy.
He's
unfortunately,
extremely lucky to be alive.
yeah.
But
yeah.
no more of his own stunts for him anymore. He even said it. No more of that.
Yeah, that was
used to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was a tough thing that happened to him, man. He got really, really lucky right there.
He is very, very, very,
and
very,
it
very
happened
lucky.
the same time that what's his name, the drifter guy. Damn it.
Drifter.
The guy who got his snowplow flipped over on him. He did all these stunts.
Snowmobile?
He did all this racing and drifting and stuff. Oh, damn it, I'm forgetting his name right now. Yeah. Someone will tell.
Yeah, I know
someone,
you're talking about. He had the accident skiing, or a snowmobile.
Yeah, he was on a snowmobile. His snowmobile flipped on him and killed him. So, yeah, he got
What
lucky.
are you talking about?
So we got 18 seconds here. What is this? Armament and Axis is saying
Block.
something that I don't. Ken
Block,
Block.
yeah.
Armament and
Drifter.
Axis says not that you are in anyway, Hank, but yeah. Why do you think that it was satire?
I don't know what we're talking
Which
about.
one?
Is he talking about the Venture Brothers? We'll have to take a break and come back and find out.
Yeah, I don't know.
With Armslist, you can shop the extensive list of local and nationwide firearms classified, now with more confidence because of their built-in firewall. For only $6.99 a month for personal use, or $30 a month for business vendors, so when you're in the market, please consider Armslist. We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like Armslist. By the way, kudos to John, man. We tried to push him.
You kept bugging him.
Try to get secrets out of him.
No, I know he's not gonna break. John knows that I love him. Okay, so should we talk Tucker Carlson? What the fuck?
I don't know what's the details with that. What's the
They
reason
haven't
for the?
said.
There's not a lot of details.
Is he the reason for the lawsuit?
Yeah, I think so.
I
think so.
I don't know. So there's
I mean,
a bunch of different.
Can you imagine $745 million? Is that what it was?
So Tucker Carlson, it says here, Tucker Carlson leaves Fox News in wake of Dominion. There's a bunch of different headlines on this. Here's one thing I found that was funny in all of this. If you go to the news, if you go to any news thing, so here, for example, NPR says Tucker Carlson ousted at Fox News following network $787 million settlement. Yeah, there's a lot of different articles out there. So right now, I don't think Tucker Carlson has made a statement that I know of exactly what went down.
I think got fired too, right?
Yeah, Bongino was out last week apparently, which I didn't know.
Okay. I didn't either until today.
Yeah. So, and then some people are saying this is because of the Dominion settlement that Fox News is going through. I've seen places saying that there's some kind of sexual harassment lawsuit up against Tucker Carlson at Fox News, so maybe that could be one of the reasons why. Who knows what's going on here? It's a big loss for Fox News. I'll say that.
The Twitter rumor is that Rupert Murdoch made the decision himself. So there's something, big.
When you get rid of your biggest,
yeah, that's going to be yeah. Tucker Carlson can go off on his own and make. I think he could easily make $100 million on his own. YouTube. He can go to YouTube or whatever. He can go wherever he wants. We're going to probably look at it. I like Tucker Carlson.
I like him too.
Here's what I looked at on Fox News: Tucker Carlson and whatever they had, whatever they put on there that has legs showing. So any chick that
the
goes,
little short lady.
Any chicks that they put on Fox News?
No,
they even have Judge Judy is all sexed up on there, man. If you look at even the old chicks who go,
that worked for Bush.
Blonde-haired one.
Perino, yeah. But all the women on Fox News, like Lola is always like, damn, they make these women put in extensions. It's a competition to see who has the shortest skirt and the highest heels.
When Dana Perino is on, you can just mute Fox News and I'll sit back and have a beer.
Yeah. So I hold on a second. Fox News. I think the 5. Have you guys ever seen the 5?
That's the only other decent content on there.
No, that's
what's
just
his name? Gutfeld. Gutfeld actually has a pretty good show if you're looking for comedic.
Yeah, he's kind of funny. But check this out.
Yeah.
So if you just Google Fox News. Shapely, see right here? Fox News owns the Shapely Leg contest. This is what Fox News does right here. Everyone that comes on's got to show their legs. It's all about legs. That poor guy has to sit there.
Murdoch must be into legs.
Yeah. So no one's really listening to that. The one I like, there's an Italian chick that I can't remember her name. But she's, I forgot what her name is. But anyway. So, the people who are actually doing news over there was Tucker Carlson. I don't know. I can't tell you anyone else actually doing news. I don't like Hannity whatsoever. No,
I don't like Hannity. He's a statist.
He's a bastard. First of all, his name is Sean, so fuck that guy. That's one. Let's start from there. Let's start from that thing. But what happened? I'll tell you. I didn't like him in the first place. But when these guys held up Congress, remember that a couple months ago, and Fox News went after the Republicans that were holding up Congress because they were trying to help out the people. They didn't let these guys just easily go make all their deals. They held them up. Fox News went after those guys like bloody murder, and Sean Hannity. Man, he went all after Boebert like you would not believe.
Hannity was afraid of COVID, I thought too.
Oh, really? He was a big.
I don't like Hannity.
He was afraid of COVID. No,
I don't like Hannity. I don't like Hannity. He treated Sean Penn, another bastard Sean.
Oh, like a best friend.
Yeah, and he treated Lauren Boebert like, oh my god.
That shows you who he really is.
Yeah. So, but Tucker had some respect for. I don't know if they're trying to blame this whole Dominion thing on Tucker, because I think Tucker Carlson. Look, all the Fox News people put out the news there that the voting machines are messed up. Now, let me ask you this. Who in America thinks that, not just the last election, who thinks any election is free of problems? All of these elections are fucked up. All of the machines are always messed up. There's always shenanigans going on. So if you're trying to tell me no shenanigans happened, that's bullshit.
First of my generation, were hanging chads. I remember as a kid hanging chads. Oh my god.
That was
that was Gore. That was Gore. And the world
Bush and
wasn't that Bush v. Gore? Bush v. Gore.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, there's always problems, but I guess somehow this became a thing, and I think even Tucker Carlson had probably said some of this stuff, but I don't see how they put it on him, because Fox News is ultimately who's responsible for the editorialization of what goes through their.
It wouldn't surprise me if Rupert Murdoch has, or somebody, or a group of somebodies there have wanted him gone for a while.
Mm-hmm.
He just made them so much money that it was impossible to get rid of him. And now they just have good cover, would be my guess.
Yeah. They're going to have to just put more legs on there to survive. That's what I would say.
Listen, Dana Perino, that's all I need.
Man, I got to find out I'm trying
She's
to...
like 4 foot nothing.
What do you want to put?
That's your perfect...
Okay, you know the old thing about
perfect,
you're gonna put a table and a Cuban sandwich on top of her head. You know, is that what you're gonna do?
Oh my god,
that's it. That's all I need.
Yeah.
That's old school.
So that's who's on the 5. I thought there was more than.
Well, they also have on the 5. They also have idiots like Geraldo Rivera, who is about as dumb as a box of rocks.
Yeah,
he's an old leftist turd. He can't help himself.
Yeah, his highest moment was opening a vault that had nothing in it.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's some other guy.
I remember that. That's way before. Well, you might have been a little kid.
Yeah, I remember hearing about it. I was not alive when it happened, but
yeah,
I watched it.
I watched it live. Yeah, I watched it live in New York City.
Al Capone's safe. Al Capone's
safe.
It.
Yeah.
Nothing but garbage.
Nothing but dust. Dust.
Oh god, they put it off for like 4 hours or something, like getting you hyped up for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Fox
I don't
News.
know. So I think. Go ahead. Go for it.
We really don't know what the story is. Then, to be honest with you, we don't really know what.
That's correct. We don't know.
Yeah, we don't know right now, but it's a big mistake to let go of the number one guy that people want to see.
I do think it's funny that today they also fired Don Lemon, but nobody gives a shit about Don Lemon.
Nobody gives a fuck about it.
Oh, everyone knew he was out the door.
He wasn't pulling
he tweeted like, "Oh my god, I had no idea this was coming. My agent called me and said you're no longer on CNN." I can't believe they didn't have the respect to call me themselves. It's like, dude, you're the shittiest news anchor. They moved to mornings because you're such garbage.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that that they might have do you know whose news came out first today? Was it Lemon or Tucker or Carlson who got fired first?
I saw them together.
Yeah, I saw them.
Yeah, I'm wondering if this was like deliberate, you know what I mean? So in other words, they knew they had to fire Lemon, but they're like, nah, we don't want it to be the biggest news in the. Oh shit! They just let go of Tucker Carlson. Put it in right now. How much you want to bet that happened?
That fruity guy. We don't need him no more. Come on.
Yeah. By the way, I just discovered through the power of the internet, who I'm trying to tell you about. Okay. You ever heard of Emily Compagno?
Probably.
Emily Compagno, that's the dark-haired girl.
That's my Fox News.
Is she on the 5?
That's my Fox News chick right there.
She's got that dark hair.
Yeah.
I like Emily Compagno.
That's my Fox News chick right there, man.
Tan lines.
Emily Compagno, that's my Fox News chick right there.
Hey, Hank, is that your Fox News chick right there?
Yeah.
How many
Don't
times?
tell Lola about that.
Say it a few more times.
Yeah.
When yeah. So hold on, I'll give you guys another picture. Here we go. Boom.
If you should go on her Instagram. She there's a video of her shooting a minigun, Dylan minigun.
When they fire Emily Campagno, you're welcome. By the way, Tucker Carlson is also welcome to come on the show.
Was she a Dylan model? Was she a Dylan model?
Wait, was she? No.
No, I doubt it. I think she's just at
okay. Now we got to go. Now we got to go to the Instagram. Oh boy.
Jesus,
right, when you guys get done oogling over these girls' legs,
we got to go to the Instagram here for a second.
What are we talking about?
Search.
Go back.
Here we go.
Forget about Emily Campagno.
You said this.
Keep going. It's in the middle of the page. Keep going. You'll see it right there, middle of the page.
Oh, right there. Oh.
Yeah, the Dylan minigun.
Oh, nice. Oh, respect. Yeah.
Serious makeup,
okay.
Seriously.
Let's go back to serious.
Let's get back to work. Let's get back to work.
Seriously painted face, though. Seriously painted.
Yeah, all those chicks are over. They're overdone. It's too much.
I want to see it without any makeup on. That's the true test of a female without any makeup.
Yes,
I agree.
Absolutely.
I agree. Can you be cute in the morning with no makeup on your face?
That's a big deal.
Except the natural ones that God created and man putteth. Okay, let's not get
the natural ones. I don't have to use that line. I got the natural ones. You know
yeah. No, she's got a bunch of gun stuff on here, though. I'm looking right here. See, check that out.
All
what
right.
is that?
BAR?
That's BAR, yeah. Look at that.
I bet she's
this is a no makeup. That's a no makeup.
She's at
Battlefield
Vegas.
Clean.
Yeah, that's no makeup.
Yeah, that's where she's at. Yeah, that's a clean look. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's go back to the search thing here for a second.
I hate to say this, but they have to paint her up a little bit for the white guys. So
yeah. Well, it's major competition over there. So anyway, listen, Tucker Carlson's going to land on his feet. I'm sure there's a whole bunch of things that people out there that probably want to get together and do something with Tucker Carlson. He should do his own thing. That's what I could
imagine that his contract has some sort of parachute clause where he's taken care of plenty fine.
You mean like a non-compete?
No, parachute where if he gets let go, he gets compensation.
He gets a package.
Oh, he gets a package. He's not just sorry, 2 weeks and you're done.
Oh, poor Tucker. Poor Tucker.
Yeah, but they're not necessarily paying money to these anchors like you would think. I mean, I think that what's his name? Louder with Crowder probably makes more money than a lot of these news anchors.
Ooh, you want to talk Louder with Crowder? Mm-hmm. Did Dave Landau, who was co-hosting with him, came out a couple days ago, last week, on a podcast talking about all the dirt going on with Crowder, and turns out Crowder's kind of a shitty person.
No.
Exactly. I was like, oh, color me shocked. I'll send you the link after the show.
Yeah, but he's doing pretty well. I mean, I think Tucker can do Joe Rogan numbers.
Oh, I think so too. Yeah, I think so.
So he just here's my advice, Tucker: do your own shit, man. Don't link up with anyone. Do your own stuff. Take your money. Invest in your own self. You will get money.
Hire Don Lemon to wax your shoes for you. Make Don Lemon spit shine your shoes.
Someone said at the beginning. Someone said at the beginning of the show that Don Lemon and Tucker should get together and do a show. Don Lemon's probably gonna land on his feet too. He's gonna make money.
No.
You're not pushing up with that. No, Don Lemon is gonna land on like MSNBC or something.
Yeah, he's like the B show. He's a C show.
He'll be fine though. No one needs to cry for him. He'll be fine.
No. Not neither. Don't cry for either of them. They're going to be fine. They make way more money than you'll ever make.
The lefties will help take care of the lefty. They'll feel sorry for him, and blah blah blah. Yeah.
Would either one of you guys? We'll move on from this subject, but would either one of you guys go work for Fox News right now?
And what? Depends on what.
If Fox News came to you and said, "You know what? We saw you on that show with Hank Strange, Who Moved My Freedom.
As commentary,
we like you guys. Yeah, we think you can get up here and you go do it."
Now, I want to make sure that I completely become a mystery person, because every nutbag would be coming after me.
Oh no, that's you. How are you going to be a mystery and be on the
mystery?
Fox
man
News?
Of mystery.
I would love to be able to voice my dumb opinions on TV.
So you would go on Fox News and do it. Would you shave your legs and put on high heels?
For what?
Because it's got to be competitive.
Chicks dig my legs. Come on, man.
Yeah.
I think Walt's legs are already shaved.
No, they're not.
They're waxed.
They're
Not my
waxed,
legs.
yeah.
No. Can we talk rockets now?
Okay, yes, let's go to
Yeah,
SpaceX. Okay,
so-
go for it.
Okay,
So-
who saw that? Who watched that live?
I didn't
Anybody
watch it.
I didn't watch it live. I watched
I
it.
wish I would have now.
What we're talking about is SpaceX's, the Starship launch.
The test launch, yeah.
Where they completely destroyed their launch facility.
The pad, the launch pad was messed up.
Fuck!
They destroyed the launch pad too?
Oh, it was
You
positive.
haven't seen that?
That thrust was
No.
positive.
Oh, okay,
Hold on, I'll look it up,
Patrick.
I'll look it up.
In the past, when they fired 3 engines, they were tearing concrete up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They fired 30 engines at one time. Look at
Oh,
look at it. You won't believe it. You won't
SpaceX.
effing believe it.
Oh, I saw
at
the
the-
thing. Wasn't there a van there that got shredded or something like that?
Well, NASA Spaceflight, one of the YouTube channels, has set up an old van with all their camera gear on it,
Mhm.
and it was a distance away too.
Mhm.
When and that's where the other news type people, YouTube type people, were set their cameras up. When it went off, a freaking rock hit the back of the van and completely collapsed the A pillar in the back of the van when it hit it.
Yeah, it was.
Here's my question though. What happened with the explosion? Because they treated it like a massive success, but the thing.
No,
blew up.
it didn't. There was no explosion.
It was deliberate.
It was simply the thrust from the rockets landing on a flat concrete surface with no water, no nothing.
No,
the rocket itself.
I don't think that's.
after
Yeah.
certain amount of
Okay.
time-
If you watch the rocket take off, it finally. I guess they fired the engines up, and it was about 60%, and then they sat there for a little bit, then they throttled it up to 90, and it took off. But that whole time it's sitting there pounding the pad. It takes off, and you watch it, and they think what happened, and I believe what happened, because of all that explosion blasting concrete, 3 of the engines were knocked out right off the bat.
Yeah, you can see the picture of them.
Or 3 didn't start. So as it rises up off the pad and gets going, I was going, holy fuck, it's flying. Look at that shit. But you watch at it, you could see, that is a oxygen methane rocket. So it should burn clear. There should be no
it's
smoke.
burning dirty.
Oh, well, what happened was, if you watch when it gets to a certain height, it had a hydraulic power unit on the side of and you can see the spark and flash and yellow flame or orange flame and smoke. They think the hydraulic power unit basically got hit with some debris and failed, and then then they had no way to control the gimbal the engines
From the startup.
And once the hydraulic APU went out, no way to disconnect the upper stage.
Yeah. So once it started spinning out of control, I think they detonated it. So here's what happened in the news. The news said all the news things, like BBC, first of all, that has a gripe with Musk, said it was a failure. All these places said it was a failure.
It wasn't a failure.
No, it was a success. Just that rocket launching was a success. But they wanted to get more than that out of it, but what they got is to them it was great.
If they would have constructed their launch facility correctly and had flame diversion and water, they probably would have been completely successful. It probably would have. You wouldn't have had all that problem. Yeah. But Captain Musk, Mr. Know-it-all, no, we don't have time for that. We can do it. We can do it. Well, watch some of the videos of how screwed that whole area is all fucked up. There's pieces of concrete all the way out on the beach. Where it blew the concrete. Yeah, it's fucking amazing.
I think that it was interesting watching some of the news. Like I saw that there was a news channel I was looking at, and I think it was a Canadian channel, and they had this Canadian astronaut. I guess he was part of the space program here, but he was Canadian. He came on, and they were like, "Yeah, so explain to us why this was a failure. Tell us what went wrong." And the guy was like, "What are you talking about? It wasn't a failure. This is far from being a failure. It was absolute success. I think, yes, you did have some damage, but they need to see here what's going to happen. Now they definitely know, hey, we've got to deal with this kind of, force that's coming out of the rocket." Mm-hmm.
Slight anecdote. My grandfather worked for Honeywell during the...
You got 10 seconds.
I'll wait this out.
Yeah. Let's take this break. We're gonna come.
So
Yeah, we're gonna come right back here, and we're gonna talk more about SpaceX right after this. We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of a DAO, or decentralized autonomous organization like TUSC Crypto. TUSC cryptocurrency is a firearm-friendly e-commerce option for online payment transactions, secured on the blockchain. So when you're in the crypto market, please consider TUSC, TUSC. I just realized, looking at the Discord, someone was saying that someone should put a link up in the Discord. So I see that there's the Fox News thing is there, but what is this? Fox News fires the only reason people watch Fox News. Yes, I agree.
Yeah, I saw that on Twitter today.
Task fails. It's the Department of Justice. Task failed successfully.
So
this one's cool. Look, big girl panties. Big girl panties. Check this out. Big girl panties. I just realized that. Okay, go ahead, grandfather.
Anecdote on the rocket stuff. My grandfather was working for Honeywell during the space race, and his team helped develop the gyroscope for the rocket systems. And he was saying that what they would do is develop, send it out on a horizontal launch pad and fire it at as fast as they could into a concrete block wall, pull the pieces out, whatever survived went on to the next stage, whatever failed you re-engineered and made it work better. So that destructive testing works. It does what it's supposed to. It's just expensive.
Right. Go, Walt.
There's no mystery about what's going to happen when you fire 30 rocket motors that are more powerful than the Apollo F1 engines. So why don't you accept that as fact and build your pad correctly so you don't have to rebuild it? Because they got to do something with that one in Kennedy Space Center that they're building that's identical to that one.
Maybe they were not allowed to build the pad. Maybe they were like, oh, we got to show these fuckers that the pad is not good enough.
Yeah, they showed them all right. So now
I don't know. I don't know why they did that. Yeah.
So now, my friend, you have every tree hugger in the world going, see, we told you these people are irresponsible. Now you have the FAA going, you ain't doing nothing, and we're not putting any humans on that motherfucker till you can build a launch tower that can take the thrust of the rocket. You got to think about all this stuff ahead of time.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, but see, I think Patrick made a good point, though. You know, look, sometimes I don't think they did not intend for that rocket. For me, I didn't look at it live when it happened, Walter, but they did not intend for that. They didn't think that rocket was going to take off and launch successfully and do all of that. They never thought that.
What is it going to do
then? This was the first time that they were firing all of these engines and everything, right? They wanted to see what would happen.
When you fire 30 engines, what do you think is going to happen? Is it just going to sit there and self-destruct on the pad?
Listen, I agree with what you're saying, that it's logical, it makes sense, and even the computer models will show it. But sometimes we actually have to fuck shit up so that we know. If they thought it was going to be successful, there would have been people on it. They did not think.
No. I'm not saying. Look. Why did we build pad 39A and B and actually 39C like it did, and it never never ate itself apart? Why did we do that?
Listen, I think
because the old school guys, they didn't. Oh, look at the big.
We're getting Chromie V coming in.
He just got a bath.
Oh, he's content.
Yeah,
he is very happy. He's ready for bed.
Good night.
Yeah, listen, I understand what you're saying, Walter. I'm just saying maybe they wanted to fuck shit up.
Maybe they. Come on.
Gotta get that insurance money.
Come on. Okay. So
let me ask you this, Walt.
He's building cars that catch fire at 100
when you're building stuff, and I know you're not a rocket scientist, but when you're building things, you don't ever just like, let me see what this will do.
Not when I have maybe a $200 or $300 million launch site. No.
Hey,
Hey, no, wait. Now let me throw something else at you. Mm-hmm. Now NASA's put all their whole things into SpaceX and a timetable which they can't meet now. They haven't tested. They haven't even. Yeah.
They'll figure it out.
What was real quick? Hold on. Mm-hmm. What was the point?
Oh, he'll figure it out. It's just going to take a couple of years to rebuild.
What was the point of this rocket launch? This was the most powerful, the largest. What was it?
To test it. To go to suborbital
flight. But what were they testing? The most powerful rocket? Is that what this was?
They were testing. Weren't they testing firing all these rockets at the same time?
They hadn't fired all 30 engines at one time.
Mm-hmm.
No.
And where is this? Is this part of his plan to take us to Mars? Is that kind of where this is?
Oh
Eventually,
yeah. This is to go to the moon
but
first.
they had launched this with not as much engines before, and it had gone up and come back down and done whatever, but not this much, right?
The front part went up and came down.
Right. Yeah. Not
stage one. The first stage, the booster stage, they've only fired 6 engines, 8 engines, 9 engines, and every time they fired on that pad, it tore concrete out of the pad.
Mm-hmm.
But when they fired all 30 and they sat there for 10 seconds before it took off.
Yeah. So do you assume that SpaceX and Musk are 100% in charge of everything that happens there? Or do you think that the government and NASA has a say in some of the things that happen?
Okay.
No, I'm asking a question.
Nothing happens on that aside from permitting. Nothing happens at that place until Musk says yes.
There's a picture of that van.
What about?
Oh yeah.
Oh, where is it on Discord?
Watch it when the rock hits.
I'll post it on Discord. Hold on.
But so what I'm saying to you is, so the government has no say in it at all.
Permitting wise, yeah.
Permitting wise, okay, yeah. No, I'm just in it. I'm not trying to trap you in anything, Walt. I'm just wondering, maybe there might have been something going on, and the government's like, oh no, you don't need to.
Well, maybe somebody in the government says. Maybe somebody in the government say, "Watch this fool blow his pad up." Because as much as they don't want to admit it, there is competition between NASA and him.
Go to the next photo.
Yeah, they'll never win. They'll never win.
That's nothing there. That's nothing.
No, go to the next one. Go to the next one.
Hold on. Where's the next one?
You got to pull up the Twitter. You got to pull up the tweet. It's in Twitter. Go click on main again and go to the tweet.
Oh, okay. Click on main. Hold on.
Click the main link, not the
picture. Okay, go to the tweet. Okay, hold on.
Go to the tweet.
Okay.
There you go. And then oh wait, this isn't what? Why this is not the Twitter photo? You clicked on the wrong thing.
Oh, there's the.
I clicked on the wrong thing.
Yes,
I just saw the van go by, but yeah.
Did you see the van go
back,
by?
Go down a little bit more.
Go back to Discord real quick.
Right there.
There it is, right there, the middle photo. Yeah, that's it. Zoom in on that van on the left.
Damn it! I can't.
You see that A-pillar in the back?
Yeah,
it's crushed. It's crushed.
They had like a 35 one of the 35 millimeter type cameras that was just blown apart by something in direct hit, like a rocket or something. Man, people don't understand the energy, the power.
Listen, the U.S. government doesn't have a better option right now. I'm just telling you that they don't.
It's true.
They don't have a better option.
Well,
they were fucking launching rockets from Russia up to a couple of years ago.
The launching, getting up there is not the issue. You can get up there with Artemis. You can get to the moon with Artemis. They did it already. But the landing thing, landing that huge ass top stage, I think it's going to be a little more challenging than SpaceX thinks, because it's not. I heard it explained about they don't have like second chances at it. If they have an issue coming down, they have to go down. They can't go back up. Yada yada yada. So yeah, it's the government's put all its things in one basket. We'll say all their eggs in one basket.
Yeah, I mean, if your option is to, if it goes out of control, your option is to blow it up, then yeah.
Would men on it go into the moon?
Okay, that same astronaut said that anytime he was in launches, there is always an option to blow it up, even with people on it. Do you know why?
Well, yes, but they have an escape mode that takes the
top but they might not always be able to escape. But ultimately, if that's going to hit someplace where it's going to take out hundreds or thousands of people, then those couple of people on that thing are going to have to get sacrificed. So that that's always a chance of what could happen. Look, I think that we should be spending money. The government should be spending money on this instead of sending cajillions of dollars to Ukraine and all that kind of stuff.
Okay. Look at
that's my personal thing. I know this is where your people are from. I get it.
If you look at what the government spends, they waste more on social programs than they waste on all this stuff combined. So, and that gets nothing, zero, boom, nothing.
Yeah, I won't argue that one. I think we should spend more money on these things. Ultimately, that's going to benefit humanity more.
Look, NASA had. When it came, instead of having 2 options to go to the moon, because of budgets, they could only take one, and they picked SpaceX. Now, because of that, they're probably going to be delayed a few years. So,
okay, so who do you think is going to get to the moon before America? China or India?
I think China will.
Seriously, who do you think? Do you think the Indians will get there, or the Chinese?
No, not the Indians. No, not the Indians.
The Indians.
They're not that point yet. No.
The Indians Chinese got lots of people to throw at this, by the way. But so does China. Well, but China has lots of money and tech that they can just steal from us. Yeah.
Experience at space so far. So.
Yeah.
They got people
Russia,
up in space right now on
no.
the space station. No, the Russians ain't got no money. They can't. The sad part about Russia is they can't even make semiconductors.
So let me understand this. If we have the ability to go to the moon, why don't we just go to the moon, make a base over there, and then launch from there? Or we're just trying to see what's the biggest thing we can get up? Is that what this is?
Hey, why didn't we do that 50 years ago?
I mean, yeah, okay.
We should
have never stopped. We should have never stopped.
Hello. We would have already been to the Mars and back. We fiddly fucked with space stations and all this stuff, and space shuttles and all this monkey business.
Right. Yeah.
Meantime, we could have
at least we got freeze-dried ice cream and Velcro and zippers. Thanks, NASA.
Wait, hold on. They didn't have zippers before the space program?
Space program invented zippers, Velcro. Let me see.
So people were buttoning up their jeans in the beginning, right? Yeah, jeans are getting buttoned up in the
Yeah, Velcro is something that came about. That
Velcro,
that super comfy stuff you sleep on a bed, memory foam.
Memory foam. Yep.
Most of your semiconductors.
Yeah.
Silicone glue.
Yeah.
Silicone.
We got a lot of good stuff. We got satellites up there. That's how we could do a lot of the things that we're doing these days.
Anyways, they really messed things up in a real fast way instead of taking a little more, in my opinion, a little bit more slower pace at it and build it properly. But once again, when the big boss man talks it at SpaceX, that's what they do. So.
Ultimately, I'm hoping that Musk has a bunch of people over there that know what they're doing what they're doing.
Can't. Let me tell you how it works.
You got to delegate.
You can delegate till the world comes to an end, but when it comes back up to big boss man's decision, if he don't like it, if it doesn't meet his time, he's not one to sit around and wait. So I guess
this happens all the time. I mean, I always come up with genius ideas that I tell you about. That
you know what the real answer is for all of this?
You wait until Demo Ranch is making a video out of it, and then you're like,
we just need to get the technology that came from the crash at Roswell and use it to our advantage. I mean,
I'm pretty sure we're already flying those around.
Why are we leaving to Mars? Do you know, Walter? Do you know who? Musk did not blow up that pad. It was the aliens. It was
so listen, you do realize
they couldn't let him get to space.
Yeah, you do realize that they went up to the moon and then they stopped trying to do shit.
The lizard people.
That's because they found the Nazi base up there.
That's
on the dark side.
The Fourth Reich is sitting up on the moon right now.
Yeah, if you believe in Iron Skies? What's the name of that?
Is that what it? Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's Iron Sky. Yeah. Listen. Yeah, a lot of this is going to take time, and everything is one thing in theory, but in the real world, it's a different thing. But maybe concrete, it just doesn't have the ability, no matter what you do with it, to be able to withstand this kind of positive launch.
It doesn't actually, because probably I don't know what's in the flame trench in the Kennedy Space Center. Whether it's concrete or steel, it's a combination of things, I'm sure, and millions of gallons of water.
Yeah. Would steel on its own be able to? I don't think so.
Melt.
It'll have to be some kind of space age kind of thing they'll have to come up with.
When you get a moment, get the chance to look at the close-up photos of the pad, and you'll tell me you'll get your answer about steel.
Yeah.
The pad looks like somebody put it in a barbecue grill and cooked it. So,
yeah, I mean, it was. You could see it from the launch. I was like, "Oh my god, nothing is good."
Oh,
obviously, that launch is always,
I was going, yeah, look at it go. I'm watching that thing go, and then I saw those puffs of yellow and dark stuff, and I said, "There goes the hydraulic fluid burning off," and then it started to do its. And then the commentary guys are so funny. Well, it's supposed to turn like that. Yeah. Well, it's not supposed to do loops.
No, it's not.
It's not supposed to do loops, my friend. But there's one thing I'll say about that. That thing will structurally sound as a motherfucker. You see that thing flipping like that? Most rockets, as soon as they start to yaw, they break apart. That thing stayed together the whole time it was flipping around. So
yeah, I think what happened is the I don't know what you call them exactly, but there's little correcting rockets that go off. They weren't firing properly, like you said. They were damaged.
Well, and
so they couldn't keep it stable and all that, and then it just started doing that free fall spin.
There's an ass-end view of the rocket going up where you can see them. At one time there were 6 or 7 engines that were completely out, and most of those were biased to one side. So without that hydraulic stuff to control the engines, it just started to turn that way. And
yeah. It's interesting, man. It's interesting. I think we've made some leaps, but this kind of stuff goes forward and then backwards or slows down, doesn't go anywhere.
Once again, if the pad would have stayed together, I think they would have completed that day's mission with 100% success. I just think that the fact that when you watch the thing taking off, you can see chunks of stuff flying up through the. They were talking that probably some of those chunks might have hit some of those engines and knocked them out.
Part of the ship itself.
So, because the engines, some of them were knocked out in pairs, and I guess they're paired together with their piping and stuff. So, I mean, I wish SpaceX. I think SpaceX is kicking ass, but you got stuff like that. You got to stop and take your time. Come on, man. Come on.
Yeah.
It's like when you're backing the car off the ramp on the trailer, and you got to make sure you have everything right before you get to that very back.
I'm curious to see how they rebuild that launch pad.
It's going to be different.
It's not going to be concrete.
Well,
not right there, not the surface.
Carbide.
It's gonna It's gonna have to be, or some kind of foam. It's gonna be some kind of miracle foam, like some kind of foam that can't burn.
Get the My Pillow guy out there.
My Pillow, he's gonna
Mike
help
Lindell.
you.
Yeah. Oh Lord.
No,
yeah.
I was excited, man. I was like, holy shit, look at that thing go! And it's like,
yeah. I think we got some time here. I don't know if we want to keep going on this, but I know Patrick did get a video up. So helmet thing. Patrick, talk to us about that. I'm gonna go look for it on YouTube while you're pulling that up. But go ahead.
If y'all didn't know, you can take old Kevlar and cut the ears off the side. This is a ACH with the low cut ACH that comes around the side to give you ear protection. Kevlar can be cut with I just use a jigsaw with a metal blade, and it does not damage the Kevlar. The Kevlar is fine as long as you don't as long as you don't delaminate the Kevlar, it'll still work perfect. And then some Chinese accessories, $225, including the helmet later. And I have a high cut with a shroud for my night vision, things on the side, rails on the side for my ear pro. The only thing that Walter is going to help me with here is finding a new seal. The seal that I used in the video was not what I wanted. I didn't like it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it doesn't flex enough. It doesn't flow enough. Yeah.
No, that was my main problem. So I spent yesterday taking it off and then pulling all that glue back off.
So what is this one we're looking at here?
That's this helmet.
Oh, okay.
With one ear already cut off, and you'll see on the other side. You'll see the regular ACH has that big.
So you bought some used ones, right?
Yep.
And then you use that to build. Okay.
$100 for the helmet, and then $125 in accessories.
All right, so here's what I've got for everybody. I've got helmet shells that I bought for $13 a piece.
Yes, and we're gonna have fun.
Yeah, and I have 7 of those helmet shells. So 2 of them are probably gonna destructive test, I think.
Right.
And then I'm gonna build. I know at least gonna build one up as a normal helmet, and the other one kind of like Patrick's thing he's got there. So it'll be even cheaper.
Hold on, let's go to the. There you go.
Yeah, the only thing I need is a new seal.
You look like the Ewoks that had the some of the Ewoks had the helmets. You should put a little like netting on there. Put some leaves in it. Let me see. I'm gonna look up the Ewoks with the helmet on, and then we'll see.
What's the main purpose of the Velcro on top?
So let me take it off. So this one here houses counterweights in the back. So let me bring this back up. So I have I actually just melt my own lead. But I got lead counterweights that go in the back to help offset the front of the nods.
Okay.
This also has, like, you can put batteries in here if you need it. I take it out because I don't like it. And then on top, I run a attachment thing. I don't have my nods near me, but there's a Velcro thing that goes on. So in case you bump your night vision off the helmet, because it's made to detach if you like run into a doorway.
The Who Moved My Freedom podcast is made possible by our partners at 2A Commerce. Veteran owned and with over 20 years experience, 2A Commerce is the leader in custom e-commerce and web application development in the shooting sports industry. Clients include major brands such as Guard Dog Body Armor, Sylvan Arms, AccuFire Technologies, The Tactical Games, Warrior Knife Company, and yours truly, Hank Strange. Visit 2A Commerce and support this show by supporting them. Once again, visit the number 2acommerce.com.
Okay, boom. Sorry about that. You got cut up. Oh, you grabbing it? Okay.
So,
This is Marley.
Patrick, my question. Oh, he doesn't have headphones on. My
He was
question
Marley
is:
Cinema.
are your surplus helmets the Italian ones made in London?
These two that I got?
Yeah.
No, these are American-made ACH helmets. One of them
okay.
is an MSA, and one of them's a ProTech.
Okay, so that's what's the difference. Mine are Italian surplus made in England. Yeah. So.
Honestly, if it's Kevlar, I mean, most of them back then were using DuPont brand Kevlar, so it's brand name. As long as it never got wet.
That's what I was questioning, the thickness, because yours looks the thickness of the shell looks thicker than.
It might be. I mean, I don't know the difference between the ACH thickness. I mean, you can see there. It's not that thick. It's only about. I mean, it's about that. It's less than half an inch thick.
Okay. Now,
but,
is there? I was thinking, to make these helmets, it becomes sometimes cool when you're shooting, just normal shooting, like to have a shield. Do they make a shield that clips onto that, like a face shield?
They make a jaw shield. I don't know if they make. So what the military had was goggles, and then it almost looks like a motorcycle helmet that comes around the front of your mouth, and it's bullet resistant. But God, I can only imagine how heavy that damn thing is.
Yeah, you got to be able to breathe ultimately.
I was just thinking. I was just thinking about make some kind of it snaps in there a clear face shield you could flip down.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, if you have a shroud,
is that what the Riot ones were? Were the Riot ones like that?
You know what? Now that I think about that, they may have like a Riot shield for ACH helmets. But if it's a shroud, it's a standard. Shrouds take the standard back plate here, and this back plate is just that shape. There's nothing to it. So if you made something with that shape on it, it would click right into the night vision shroud.
Okay. Yeah, something you can flip up and down too.
Yeah. Does the military have some kind of mask or something that's bulletproof, or some kind of because I think I've seen some people wearing a mask.
There's some companies that make a mask.
Yeah.
That fit on your face, and they got slots for the eyes and stuff. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hey, here you go. Here they make a Riot shield thing that clips on the front. Oh, it looks ridiculous, but they do make them that clip to the helmet.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've seen like a bulletproof mask.
Yeah, they make that, but so the thing people don't realize is when you shoot Kevlar or take shrapnel or whatever, the inside deforms. So your helmet has padding like this, so when the inside deforms, it doesn't press into your skull. That there is going to deform into your cheekbone and break your face.
Yeah.
I guess it's better than being dead, but you're going to have a bad time. That one right there. That one, middle one. Oh, no, go back.
Mm-hmm.
God, that's like a sex thing. That middle green one, bottom left now.
Right here?
Nope, go back. Bottom left. Now middle left. Yeah, there you go. Like got like a face shield on it.
Yeah, that's almost like a knight's helmet, right? Yeah.
That's an ACH helmet.
Okay.
That's the same helmet I have. I just cut the ears off of it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But no, Will, I told Walter I would pitch in for two of them as well, so if I got to get you some money when you bring those helmets up. I wouldn't mind cutting on one of those and see what they do.
Yeah. Dan Hates You says there's an Austrian company that makes a titanium helmet with some UHMLNOP or whatever it is on the outside. It stops a lot with no back face deformation.
ultra high molecular weight ultra high molecular weight polyethylene is what that is.
Okay.
Damn.
That's what the military's using now. Instead of Kevlar, they're using ultra high weight molecular high weight polyethylene. And it turns out it's not as good as Kevlar's been around. What they discovered Kevlar in the 50s? Like, it's been around for a long time, and it's not really been improved upon.
Yeah. All right, you guys want to show some guns? Let's show off some guns. We didn't really talk any guns. Here, I have my Keg 12. I'll start with that.
Oh, no, I do have something.
So check it out. There's my Keg 12 from Safe to Harbor Firearms. There you go. You know, this is the Mossberg one, because, you know, you could tell from the safety being up here. Mossberg. There you go. This folds down, right? And you can pump it. Let me see if I got the finger strength to put it back. There you go. And yeah, you can pump it. There you go. Nice to have under, like, your seat or something like that, you know, in your car for an apocalypse or something. What's up?
Our friend Tyven posted a short this morning on YouTube where he had it underneath his pillow.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you know what? Is Tyven on a moratorium from YouTubes or something?
He posted... Yeah, I don't know, man. He just today or this morning he posted two little shorts, but
I don't think he's done a lot of YouTube. I think he's been busy, like, doing a lot of trucking and stuff like that. I don't know where that's going. What you showing off, Patrick?
Since you asked, $75, which I thought was a absolute steal, because these things go for a crazy amount of money now.
The bipod.
This is a Galil bipod that folds up into the handguard. And so you got your bipod underneath. There was a guy on Gunbroker that had it for $75, and I was like, these things normally, if you can find them, they I guess weren't that popular, or they didn't import that many. They sell for like $250. One guy had it for $75, and I was like, shit, it could be a fake or a scam.
Yeah,
I'm going to test it out. Yeah, so we got to shoot it now with the bipod.
There you go.
Okay, and it looks it's a little wobbly, but I'm guessing, you know,
it's made to be like that.
Okay, very cool, very cool. Walt, you got something you want to show off?
Well, I do, but it's not a gun.
Okay, what is it?
It's a chopper.
It's a turd cutter.
This is a
scraper.
genuine made in England folding machete that they used to issue to air crews. This one was made in 1945. I have another one. That I bought a few years back. This one is made in Japan. This is a knockoff, but it's like old school knockoff. It's actually decent quality.
The Japanese don't make shit. They make good stuff.
Well, I mean, back in the day, you know, when I was a kid growing up, Japanese made junk. That's what the.
Oh, did they?
Well, that was the Japanese junk. Yeah. Like, you know, because they were the ones knocking everything off back then, and then they got too expensive, and then it went to, who knows who and who knows
Mexico, then China,
Taiwan. Taiwan used to make real good junk too, but now Taiwan's high up the food chain compared to a lot of others.
Yeah, Japan makes really good cars, good pickup trucks.
Oh yeah,
and,
they make
awesome glass.
Yeah, and motorcycles and
I watched a video today on a Mitsubishi $500 toaster, single slice toaster from Japan. And when I started watching the video, I was like, who the fuck would spend $500 on a Mitsubishi toaster? And then after I watched it, I was like, that is the goddamn coolest toaster I've ever.
I know who would.
Perfect toast.
I know who would. The guy that get the bidet from there. They get the
you get your $500 toaster.
Does it burn the toast? I like my toast burnt.
You can set it to burn your toast. Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Does it have a little nozzle out that shoots the butter on it?
Oh God, if only. It was awesome. Yeah. I saw the video. I was like, damn.
The Japanese make some badass bidets. Let's not front on their bidets, okay?
Smart.
I remember back in the day, you'd see. We have electronics here, and you know, the newest electronics, but then you see the stuff they have in Japan that don't get imported to the U.S., and you're going, man, they got the cool stuff over there.
Oh, yeah. I mean, look at remember they were doing the robots like Asimo and all that, and those robots were running upstairs and dancing.
They're the only ones making, like, good quality glass now. A German, so they're like the only other ones. You can buy, like, a Hasselblad and get German glass, but pretty much if you want a Canon or a camera lens, you get it from Japan.
Yeah. So, what's the idea of this new camera?
Oh
that you're
man,
showing off here?
I get to take photos of the baby. I don't know that I'll use it for video. I might not. But this is literally a professional grade camera from the 5D Mark III came out in 2012, so it's not new. But this is professional grade, and let me tell you, it takes amazing photos. So I convinced Marley, some guy had it for sale here locally, and I convinced Marley to let me buy it so we can take photos of the baby.
What kind of
literally?
Did you get some lenses with it and all that?
Yeah. So I already had a 50. I like my 50, and then the one that came with it is down in the bag. It came with, and mind you, this was all $1,200. It was a stellar deal. It came with a 24L series Prime.
Oh, that's a red ring.
Yeah, 1:4. Very, very, very nice lens.
Okay.
So I thought it was a good deal.
Yeah, that's cool.
So I do still believe that if you are upgrading for video use, the mirrorless are probably the way to go.
Oh, absolutely. They've got some good stuff.
But,
Canon just came out with the R8, which is like a $1,500 full frame. Just body only, full frame camera.
But for me, it was like this dude had it on Facebook Marketplace, $1,200 for a professional 5D and a 24. Like that was a crazy. And I'm just using it to take pictures of the baby as he grows up. Like I don't need something crazy.
Eventually, there won't be cameras with that kind of glass and the kind of warmth and everything you can get out of those. But yeah, you never go wrong with having a bunch of cameras around and all of that, so nothing wrong with that. Okay, staying on guns here, I want to show off my my Gen 1 Glock that I have. We were talking about this sometime
I need to go shoot it.
recently.
This is a real deal.
This is the real deal. Gen
1980s.
1. Let's see if we can get it.
Focus.
Oh, bring it back to your face. There, almost.
There we go. Okay, there we go. So Gen 1. Right
there.
there
It is.
So see, no, nothing here, nothing here.
That's the way they should be, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean,
let's see, come on.
It wants to lock on your face.
Here, I'll just go to the camera on the phone, and that will be the easiest way to go down to it, and I'll just show it down here. Look at that. Yeah, so real deal.
I really do want one.
I do too, but I'm not paying that kind of money for it.
Yeah, too expensive.
Yeah, it didn't come with the
Tupperware.
The Tupperware
Yeah,
and all that.
that's what I want. It's the Tupperware.
You know, but yeah.
I used to have an actual Glock
There you
poster for the Gen 1, and I
That's cool.
I don't know what I did with it.
I'm glad I bought it. It cost some money, but I mean, what are you gonna do?
That's one of those things, Walter, that you're going to go digging through a box in the next 10 years and be like, oh, shit, there it is. That old
No, it's such a mess in here right now. It's just pathetic. Yeah.
If someone has a Tupperware container for the Gen 1 that you're not going to charge an arm and a leg for, let me know.
Good luck.
Let me
I
know.
bet that, like I said, I bet those things run $500.
Just for the Tupperware.
Yeah, just for the Tupperware.
Yeah. But
and then the serial number won't match on the outside either, so you're just
we should do a whole. So now, do we have a Gen 1, 2, 3?
I have a 2.
4?
I have a
Okay,
2.
Walt has a 2. Do you have a 3?
I have a 3. I have a 3.
Okay,
17.
I definitely have 4s. I have
My 17 is a 3.
Yeah, I've got 17, 19s, a 34. We should do.
Well, we should do all 17s. The only one I don't have is a 5.
Hmm.
Do you have a 5? Did you get a new 5?
I think I do have one. Yeah.
Yeah, we should do the generations of Glock.
And I even have the 22.
And okay,
Glock
so
40,
anybody have? I got P80 17s also. So
okay.
Oh, you picked up a P80 as well?
I have 2
no,
P80s.
This is the polymer 80s.
Yeah, he has the polymer
no,
80s.
No,
yeah.
not
Hank has the
not other one.
P80.
Yeah, I've got the P80 from Glock.
Not the P80. No.
No, this video's Glock only. No non-Glock wannabes clones allowed.
Sorry for mentioning. Sorry.
Oh, you're the one who's always like, keep it pure, right? You want so just purely the Glocks. Huh?
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with the Glock video. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, you don't want anyone to ever mess with your Pinsgauer.
Well, that's different. That's a whole
Yeah,
other thing.
you
You
know,
don't have
you
one.
You
You
got to
don't
get
have
a
a Mark
Pins.
II or a Mark III Pinsgauer.
You got to. Is there a Pinsgauer clone out there?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Would.
Yeah.
No,
Did
no
you
one- no
did,
one
did you see?
cares.
I sent you. Did you guys look at the video I sent you of the Unimog getting made?
I didn't get a chance to watch it.
Yeah,
What
that's
is
cool.
that
No, I-
monster that they're building?
Unimog.
It is huge. I've never heard of it before.
Yeah. Oh, you never heard of the Unimogs?
No, that thing was massive.
Oh, those are some badass survival vehicles. We can't really.
It depends.
Let me
Depends
see.
on
I'll
the
pull up
model.
Unimog.
They can be
Yeah.
really small too. Actually, relatively small. That is.
Yeah, but they've been built for a long time. They're just really
Yeah,
tough
oh,
when
yeah.
they use them.
I tell you what, the very early Unimogs are the cutest little trucks. They're nothing like they're now as big like that. They're more in the order of a Pinsgauer.
Yeah.
Small Pinsgauer. Yeah.
Let's see. If we look at Wikipedia, we'll see. Oh, here they go. Here it goes. Yeah. See?
Oh
On
yeah, those things
Wikipedia.
are so cute. The little ones. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you ever see these expensive when they come up, Walt? These are old school ones.
That little one.
Yeah, like this.
Yeah,
green
little one.
here.
Yeah, that'd be a pricey little fellow. Yeah.
Yeah, but this is kind of like what they are now because they use them for emergency vehicles and all that.
Fire trucks. And
Yeah, all over the world.
Yeah.
But they've been using them for a long time. I think going back to, was it World War II, Walt, or right after World
No,
War
it's
II?
after World War II. After World
Yeah.
War II.
So, yeah, man.
And you can pick them up. You can still pick up military Unimogs. I say relative inspections, $10,000, $12,000, $13,000, but they only go 45 miles per hour.
Yeah.
So, you gotta accept that fact. But
Yeah,
they're cool.
there's all kinds of different configurations you could get them,
Oh,
and
yeah.
they can go over anything. So yeah,
Oh,
Unimogs are cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Look
As
what time it
vehicles
is.
go. Yeah. Okay, so what other guns we got here? What else we got?
Well,
We got to give the people some guns. I don't know if anyone posted anything in the Discord. Let me see. I'll go pull up the Discord, see what other stuff people have gotten into in the Discord. Not the main chat.
over there.
I never find my way. Let's look in the Gorn. Let's see what's. Oh, okay, this is the last time someone put the Gorn up. There you go.
Looks like a 32.
Yeah. By the way,
like a
someone.
18R.
Okay, so you know what I was thinking about the other day, because I was just looking this weekend at the Lethal Weapon movies. And remember how we were talking about 17 WMR? Winchester.
Yeah.
No, WSM. 17 WSM.
WSM Winchester Super Magnum.
Yeah, and that was supposed to come from a nail gun. So I was just looking at the Lethal Weapon movies, which Lethal Weapon 3, I think, they had a nail gun in there that they actually used to defend themselves with the nail gun. I was thinking about that. But someone on the show last week was saying, oh, we've got this ammo. Only problem is I've already sent that thing back.
Did you really?
Yeah, so...
Why don't you send it back?
No ammo.
Because it's useless. Tits on a boar hog?
Yeah. Yeah, but I
What kind of
appreciate
defense
it.
are you got there? What kind of defense? What are you doing?
It would have been cool. I would have done it if I could have gotten the ammo in time, but we already got the request for it to go back and all that. So
This wasn't for you to keep. It was a T&E.
No.
yeah, it was a T&E.
Yeah, they
type
need to
of
send the
thing, so-
ammo next time. 'cause that
Yeah.
don't
I tried
exist.
to get it. I tried to buy it and all that kind of stuff. So look at that, guys. Oh, you guys don't have a Gen 1 Glock, huh? That's what you're saying?
No.
Yeah. No. Okay.
Rub it in.
You don't
Come
have
on.
a Gen 1 Glock, Patrick. That's what you're saying.
I have a
I'm the
Gen
only
2
one with a Gen-
Python, though.
Gen 1 Glock. Oh, okay.
Look at
All right.
that. Look at that beautiful.
I have a
blue.
Colt from 1906. I don't have it with me right now,
Look at that.
but I do have a
I
1906.
actually, I can feed this because it's 357 Magnum.
Oh boy, yeah.
Is there with the 4440? Can you run like 40? No, you don't want to 44 Magnum.
It's
No,
4440 is a double tapered walled case. It's a
okay.
weird effing beast.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
it's,
know,
that's
but-
a
Still
That's
haven't
a-
found any damn ammo.
It was made to go in a lever
You can
gun.
get it.
Well, it was made to be both lever gun and
Yeah, that's a
Full
cowboy
buckle.
caliber there. You
Yeah,
can get it
oh,
though.
yeah.
It's probably $45-$50 a box, but yeah, you can get it.
I'm waiting for some of it to show up. I'm waiting for, if it shows up at the thing, I'll definitely get some because I want to. We need to do a video on that. Is
I'd
the
love to.
cowboy one cheaper or no?
The cowboy one.
Yeah. Oh, see, now they're saying he was pushed out by Rupert Murdoch.
Yeah, that's what I
have
have read.
But why?
Yeah.
But why?
That's the question. Why? Yeah.
Why do you push out? Why do you push out your highest rated guy?
I don't know.
He's not Don Lemon, Why do you put out your hardest?
I don't know, man. They're going a different.
I mean-
I think it's the end of news as we know it. No one's
Well,
going to be
that's
watching
just-
the regular news stations anymore. That's over.
That's just an opportunity for another group of people. That's all. It
Yeah.
is.
Armament
Oh,
and
yeah.
Access
Oh.
says that was Lethal Weapon 2 with the nail gun. Yeah, he's probably right. Lethal Weapon 2.
There's definitely an audience. There's
Mhm.
definitely everybody I talk to is like, just show me the news. I don't need no commentary. There's riots going on like crazy in France. Do you hear about it here?
Very little.
I didn't
Very
even know
little.
that.
No,
Oh yeah, there's all kinds of riots going on in France. Back
Yeah.
in the old days, Patrick, when I was growing up, you turn on the news, the nightly news.
That'd
They
be
show
every
you the
day.
riots in France.
Yeah.
They show you the stuff going on in Saigon. They show
Yeah.
you the stuff.
Look at what's happening
wherever
in the
it was.
Sudan. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
they had to
going to take a
rescue-
break. We're taking a break. Hold on.
We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of manufacturers like Safety Harbor Firearms. SHF is a quintessential family-owned small business, totally representative of the American dream. Safety Harbor Firearms is a Florida-based manufacturer of the compact entry stock and the SHTF 50 upper for an AR-15 lower. Also, SHF happily delivers on your Sten gun parts needs. So don't forget to check out stenparts.com and safetyharborfirearms.com.
All right. Sorry about that. We ran very short
Oh
of
yeah,
time
the
there.
Spec Ops operation in the Sudan to rescue diplomats.
Yeah. But
I
they
heard
left.
about that.
But they
Oh.
left. Some Americans did get left there.
And hear about
Well,
that.
if you're an aid worker and stuff, yeah, you got left.
Yeah. Sudan is
They
about to
weren't.
go nuts.
They weren't there to. They weren't there to pick up the people trying to help people.
No.
They
Yeah.
told those people to
Shelter in place.
Yeah, buckle down, buckle down. Yeah,
It's like there's a hurricane coming, not a freaking genocide.
you lay low. Lay
Yeah.
low.
Get out of country. Don't go
Yeah,
into
no.
any country you don't have a plan of how you're getting out.
How you gonna
Didn't
get
hear
the
anything about that.
Yeah. So I think, we're going to see some crazy stuff happens. Dan Hates You says the lizard people own Fox News. Paul Ryan's on the board of Fox. I don't think anyone's going to go to this anymore. People want this to be more people want better than this from their news, So Tucker Carlson is the only one I heard over at Fox as well talking about this whole thing going on in Ukraine. It's not that I don't support Ukraine, but I think there's definitely a lot of corruption related to Ukraine, and we're going to find that out here at some point. And so it begs the question, why are we doing this? And we do have boots on the grounds. We have special operators that are on the grounds, and a lot of other things going on. So,
really?
yeah, there's a lot of shit going on. And it's ironic that it's also connected to Hunter Biden and Biden when he was vice president. There's a whole bunch of shit going on there, but yeah.
Well, that part there is bad.
Yeah. The news needs to do better, but I don't think they have any intention. I think Fox News has been getting really, really bad, and the other news is already bad. But now people are just going to find their own news. That's it. That's all.
Well,
You'll find your favorite
yeah.
people.
Yeah, and it's like when I go to look for weather, I look for the guys on YouTube for weather. So weather weather tornadoes and stuff like that, because they got better coverage actually.
Yeah, the Joe Rogans of the world, the Louder Than Crowder, the what's the name of the other one? But
a lot of that's entertainment. That's
it is, but it's always a little bit of entertainment, a little bit of news and stuff like that as well. Kind of like us, We talk
you
about the
gotta
news,
have-
but we're entertaining with it.
News can be entertaining. Just not. Let's not make it fictional news.
Right. Or be very clear about your biases and stuff like that. And
Right.
people need
If
to
you're
know
going to
that.
say, "Hey, I'm for this in Ukraine," then say, "Hey, I'm for this." That's why I'm telling you this stuff.
Jade Grew says, I get my news from John Crump. So there you go. But there's enough technology. We get news from each other and all that kind of stuff.
I
Now
see
we don't need this shit.
I see most of Crump's. He does his little shorts during the day if he's got a story breaking or something like that.
Or we share things with each other. Like Patrick, like, oh, this is going on right now.
Yeah, every time there's a rocket launch going, I got SpaceX going up. And
Walther texts us.
yeah. So I think most people.
I
like
wanted
that.
to see it, but I fell asleep.
Oh,
No, wait,
man.
I couldn't see it live because that day we went to the eye doctors. I had to get my prescription. You know, I'm getting old, man. So I had to go get my eyes checked. You know, so yeah, it sucks getting old. Yeah,
I got 3 weeks in this damn thing.
Yeah,
that means
we can't all have fresh eyes like Chromie V coming into the world. But my vision is about as good as his probably right now.
Mine are awful. Oh no, yeah, his vision sucks actually. He can, if you look at, Marley has an app that shows vision by month, and his color perception is like really grayed out, and he can only see like, I mean, he could see pretty far, but it would be like if I took my contacts out, that's what he sees. It's pretty pitiful.
All he cares about is when it gets about right here, he sees.
Yeah, he knows. Yeah,
like,
he sees a tit, and he goes, "I'm ready."
Rock and roll, baby.
Okay, on that note, let's start wrapping it up here. I'm going to let these guys tell you how you can support them, etc. Before that, I'm probably not going to be able to do a show for the rest of the week because I have a bunch of stuff going on that I've got to get done during the week here. But we will see you guys next week. So probably no show for the rest of this week here, but you guys will see me running around doing a bunch of stuff. All right, so let's get to Patrick, Babyface P. Tell the folks how they can support you.
YouTube.com/BabyFaceP, Instagram baby_faceP, BabyFaceP.com will take you to Utreon. I'm still going to call it that. And they have all the backup of all of my stuff. If you want to see how to cut a ACH helmet, it's not really that hard. It's just time consuming. Go watch the video.
Yeah. Are you starting a rebellion against Player?
It's Utreon.
A campaign?
Utreon is just a better name.
I agree with you, but yeah, we eventually will be conditioned. I don't know. Walt?
I'm not French Canadian.
All right, Walt. How can the people communicate with you? Find out more info. Find out when the hell the 50 BMGs are getting made, the SHEF 50s.
I had a little bit of encumberment here, but I am going to be still working on things. I am doing that. It's just, what we got today? It's like, whenever you have a cast like this, it's always a pain in the butt to take a bath, to shower, whatever, about it. So she's searching around, what we're going to use. Well, you remember the vets, they got those gloves that they stick their arms up the backside of.
You just zip that on.
You got a cow glove on?
Yeah.
They're examination/insemination gloves.
Lord.
Yes.
So you were prepared. If a cow needs a rectal check, you are ready.
Fantastic. That's fantastic.
We'll check for a calf, see how old the calf is. Yes.
Okay.
So anyways, yes, you can, minus the examination gloves, you can check us out at Safe Dare Firearms on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. And Player. That sounds like a swingers club, but at Player. And
Player.
Utreon, man. Yeah. Dirt Racing the same way. I was going to start doing I missed a great mini bike gathering this weekend because of this effing thing, but I'll be out for a while. Same thing, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, and then there's stemparts.com. It's stemparts.com. So check it out.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Armory and Access says, "Hey Walter, sorry I sent Hank and Patrick a happy Easter text and realized I forgot to send you one."
You're completely forgiven. No worries. I was just
he's a bastard. That's why he did it deliberately. He's a bastard.
He's not that.
No,
way.
He's not. He's not. Just
when we were on our train trip, Easter was on our train trip, and we get to Chicago. And it was after Easter. Was it after? Well, we stopped someplace and went into a drugstore, and I got to buy half-price Easter bunnies. So,
oh my God! You know what? I'm gonna swear off chocolate because I'm 51 years old and chocolate still makes me break out. It's the craziest thing in the world. So now I'm done. I'm done with it. Anyway, so listen, I do want to thank everyone here for hanging out with us. All the folks out there that are listening to the audio, we appreciate you guys listening from around the world. We're probably, like I said, going to be back next week. Big thanks to Walter and Patrick. Make sure you guys check them out, support them, etc. And words of wisdom. Who's doing it? Let's jump into who's got the words of wisdom.
Walter, you got something?
Walter.
Yeah, I guess I could say something.
Okay,
I'll come
go
up with
for
it. It'd be about Fox News. Fox News. Why do you watch Fox News? You watch Fox News because you want to see some legs. You watch Fox News because you like the news. You like Fox News because there's nothing else on. I don't know. I don't watch Fox News anymore because they talked a bunch of shit after the election or during the election. So, but a nice pair of legs every once in a while is very helpful. Very helpful.
Yeah, that doesn't hurt the dude.
There you go.
It's motivation. Put it in the old mind palace.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Nice pair of heels to go with them, maybe. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Heels don't never hurt legs. So there you go.
Except if it's no, they don't. They work their muscles just right.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, we'll see you guys. We are out of here. Let me make sure that I end this all properly. We'll see you guys on the next episode. Peace.